Wildcats Weekly here on the Christian Internet Sports Network. The pregame show this year brought to you by Breezer Construction Company. Well, we've gone another 250 some odd days between Wilmington football games, and we're back for a big opening game here tonight as Wilmington will welcome in St. Joseph Ogden. The freshman game, and yes, I did say freshman game, is about ready to go in the books. It's 14-8 with St. Joe in the lead as they're down around the Wilmington 14-yard line going for it on fourth down, and they will not make it, so Wilmington will take over on downs there. But in any case, we are about 25 minutes or so away from the start of our varsity game tonight. Wanted to come on the air a little bit early, test out some things, make sure everything's good to go. So you might hear a pretty good string of commercials here for the first few minutes as we try to make sure that everything is all set and working correctly. And I'll be back with you here in just a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Breezer Construction Company is a proud supporter of Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network. For over 30 years, Breezer Construction Company has led the way in providing quality construction to the industrial, utility, and pipeline industries. For more information on Breezer Construction Company, go to breezerconstruction.com. That's breezerconstruction.com or call 815-521-0900.
This is Wilmington Wildcats Weekly on the Christian Internet Sports Network. Appears everything is working just fine as we get set for football tonight from the newly minted Jeff Reentz Stadium at Becker Field. Matter of fact, there is a gigantic sign that's hanging just above us here in the home side press box with Mr. Reintz's name on it, and a well-deserved token of appreciation from this school to a coach who has given over 20 years of his life to working with this program and resurrecting it from the ashes. So that is a well-deserved honor for Jeff Reentz, and one that he was absolutely elated to actually get. And as a matter of fact, a little bit later on in this pregame show, we'll talk to him about that very thing and finding out that the field was going to be named after him and all that kind of goes along with that. Not only that, but they've done a lot of renovations here at Becker Field inside of Jeff Reentz Stadium. Replaced a lot of stuff here in the home side bleachers. They repainted everything, just kind of made it seem a little more up to date, made it feel a little bit newer here. But it is what it is still. I mean, that's what's nice about coming here. It's just a unique environment.
That's one thing Mr. Reentz wanted, was to be sure to salvage this stadium when they built the new school. Only way he's going to support that is he keeps his old stadium for his football games, and the team will still come out of the woods. But the new seats and the bleachers, the way they've redone it, the way they painted it, very attractive, very nice. I was wondering how they were going to do, what they're going to do with all the listing of the championships and all. In the end, they were running out of room. They completely redid that. Very well organized. Very nice.
Yeah, it's if you haven't been out here since they've repainted everything and kind of done a little bit of work here, make sure you come on out to a game or two this year if you're able to, because it does look very nice. I mean, it's not some sort of, massive, they didn't put a dome on top of the field or anything, but it does a nice little facelift kind of to it, repainting everything, replacing some of the bleachers, redoing a lot of things at the school as far as the field goes, and it looks really nice and set for another football season.
Yeah, it's a very nice stadium now, and we have the Cannons here tonight too, so beware.
Yeah, it's going to be a really interesting night. For many years, Wilmington only played Interstate 8 opponents. Now, for the last number of years, 5, 6, 7 years, they have crossed over. Since the conference split into a large school division and a small school division, Wilmington has always crossed over and played some teams from that large school side. But beginning a year or two ago, the conference decided we are only going to mandate that the last two of the year be the crossover games. The first two games you can do whatever you want. So as a result of that, we see a lot of interesting games at the beginning of the year, and particularly this one tonight between Wilmington and St. Joseph Ogden, two premier programs in this class in the state, and a couple of programs who have a long and proud tradition of making playoff runs. It's just a really good first week test to see where you're at.
Well, I tell you, it is a real test, but it is nice being able to get out of the conference and play a few games. I think it gives you more confidence going into the playoffs at the end of the year. You have played outside the conference. You know you can play with those guys. And so I think it gives you a real plus in your attitude. That's real nice. Well, looks like the first soft game is just getting over. They took a knee, and the last 15 seconds run out. And the Wildcats will go down 14-8.
So the Cats go down in defeat 14-8, but keep in mind, this is not the fresh soft result. This is the freshman result, and the reason being is that St. Joseph Ogden plays quite a few sophomores on their varsity roster, so they flip-flop things. The freshman game's usually Monday. They moved the fresh soft game to Monday, and they put the freshman game tonight. So a little bit different in the way things are handled. But nonetheless, a couple of games on Friday, and there's going to be some weeks this year you might not get 2 games on Friday because some of these schools don't have enough teams. They just don't have enough people participating. And a few of them have been working that way for a while now. Westmont has been struggling to keep numbers up. Seneca's really struggling this year to get numbers where they need them to be. It just makes it kind of difficult.
Yeah, well, part of it is the emphasis upon safety that's gone out, and part of it is lack of zest on the program that's there. So it takes a few here and a few there, and before you know it, you're really fighting for a team.
All right, well, freshman game is over. We have not yet started the clock for our varsity game here tonight, so we have 20-plus minutes. We're probably looking at 22, 23 minutes. They don't start that clock until after the captains meet in the middle of the field, and they haven't even started that yet, which, by the way, Treadman at quarterback, Weaver at wingback, and Van Dyne, one of the linemen this year, are your 3 captains for the Wilmington Wildcats as they will walk out to midfield. I will tell you, we're going to get into some matchups tonight and some other things that are going on, but I will tell you this much. Every year, Coach Reentz gives the varsity team a chance to tweak the helmets and do something different with them. What's interesting this year is if you saw Wilmington play last year, they had the white helmets with a purple paw print on the side. This year, they've gone back to the all-purple helmet, purple face mask, and it's that flat finish that you see a lot of college teams wearing now, where it's not a shiny gloss, it's just a flat gloss. And the flat finish is something that I really, really like. I think it looks sharp, particularly in college football on TV. I really like that look. But outside of that, on one side they have a gigantic paw print, almost like an oversized paw print, and on the other side of the helmet is the numbers. And I can't remember Wilmington having a uniform quite like that, at least in a really long time, if ever.
Yeah, I really like the helmets. I think they look sharp. I like the numbers on the side, and you can see that paw print from a country mile away, so it lets you know what side they're on. I like it real well.
All right, folks. Well, sit back, relax. I know we have people from all over the place listening in tonight. We do appreciate that. We hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. Remember, each and every game this year for the Wilmington Wildcats right here on the Christian Internet Sports Network, we have been the exclusive home of Wilmington Wildcats football for over a decade, and it's our pleasure to do it once more again this year as the Cats embark on what hopefully will be another successful season. Well, we got to run through a few ads here and get ourselves caught up to date a little bit. Big thank you to Breezer Construction Company for sponsoring Wilmington Wildcats Weekly once again. Breezer came on board a few years ago, and we really appreciate their support of Wilmington Wildcats football and us here at the Christian Internet Sports Network. So a big thank you to Breezer for once again stepping up to become the Wilmington Wildcats weekly sponsor. And we'll also talk about the rest of our sponsors, too, as tonight rolls on, because we could not do these broadcasts without them. So let's take a break. We'll come back. We have an interview with Coach Reentz coming up in just a little bit. We'll run down all of the first week matchups here in the I-8 in just a moment. We'll do that after this break. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Wilmington Wildcats Weekly right here on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Quigley Technology Services is your local source for computer help. They have built numerous websites, including ours here at the Christian Internet Sports Network. Quigley Technology Services also specializes in virus removal, so your computer will get back to full speed now. And you can trust them for first-class computer repair, including free local pickup and delivery, plus on-site service, including after hours. Contact Quigley Technology Services at 815-293-7844 or stop by at quigtech.com. That's QUIG tech.com. Phelan Acres Bible Church is the perfect place if you are looking for a church to call home. They have services every week, including Sunday school at 9:45, morning worship at 11, and Wednesday night prayer meetings at 7. Phelan Acres Bible Church is located at 26009 Willow Lane in Wilmington, Illinois. And for more information, call 815-476-7818. That's 815-476-7818. If you're looking for more information on Wilmington Wildcats football, then check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. Each week, Coach Reentz goes over game film, takes questions from the audience, and presents the Offensive and Defensive Player of the Week awards. Plus, you'll get to hang out with other Wildcat fans and get the inside scoop on next week's game. So be sure to check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. If you need something done around your house, chances are Beth's Busy Bees can get it done. They specialize in residential and commercial cleaning, but they can also do lawn care, small home remodeling and repair jobs, and even things like caregiving. Beth's Busy Bees is a small family-owned business, and they will treat you right every time. Call 815-685-9111 for Beth's Busy Bees today.
Wilmington Wildcats Weekly rolls on, brought to you by Breezer Construction Company, as the Cats and St. Joseph Ogden both out on the field doing all of their warm-up tosses and everything before tonight's game. Just about 18 minutes or so before opening kickoff here tonight, the first of what should be a very interesting season for the Wilmington Wildcats. For the Cats specifically, a few of those key positions returning, and Jeff Treadman at quarterback trying to lead this Wildcats offense. And if one thing that the Cats really needed to build on from last year was some sort of air attack, because it was almost non-existent for all of last year. And while they don't need it a lot of the time, you do need the threat of it at some point during the year. So it'll be interesting to see if Jeff and this offense have kind of grown a little bit, and that threat is there throughout the year.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that. We're both hoping that there's just a little bit of a threat there. If they can make the defense back off a little bit, it gives that running game a good chance. And, of course, you got Brett McWilliams and Nick Preto back in those running back positions from last year. Very outstanding runners, and they're going to be back on carrying that football again. So we're looking forward to a good season from them.
Well, and for sure, Owen Weaver has been a mainstay for the last couple of years, and now he is going to take over as probably the big gun for the Cats in the backfield this year. Yeah. The interesting thing for me is to see how that offensive and defensive line works. There's been some turnover there over the last couple of years. We are not as big up front as the Cats have been in the past, and, you know, when you kind of go there, I know Coach Reentz has talked about being smaller and quicker. A lot of teams in the NFL have gone that route where they've started to draft smaller guys. I mean, used to, if you were under 350 pounds, you couldn't play in the NFL. You had to be huge. Yeah. Anymore, you're going down to like 320 in that area and getting speed, quickness to get out on the outside. So that's one of the things he's been talking about. If there's one thing I know for sure is that Wilmington does not have to be big in order to be strong, and we've seen that proven in the past.
Yeah, we've seen that year after year. Their quickness and their strength has stood them very well. I was just trying to think, when is the last time Wilmington has had a losing season?
A losing season?
That's been almost 20 years ago.
Well, yeah, that's a long time ago. I mean, they've been in the playoffs for 20. So,
we're not used to seeing anybody lose, man.
yeah, it's been a while. We'll go there.
Yeah, and this looks like another good team coming up again this year.
All right, well, we said we were going to touch base a little bit on some games going on around the area tonight. And I'll tell you what, it's a very interesting thing, football schedules when they come out now, because especially in the I-8, because we see things all over the place. We're talking I-8 schools now. Sandwich is opening up with Richmond Burton, which is a perennial powerhouse.
Wow.
So Sandwich and Richmond Burton tonight. Streeter is playing East Peoria, and a couple of schools who are very similar in size. Streeter right around 1,000 students. East Peoria at about 1,100 or so. Braidwood is going to take on Clinton, which is down in the Bloomington area. Again, relatively same size there. So Reed Custer will be taking on Clinton. The other I-8 schools, Plano going up against Harvard tonight. That might end up being an interesting game. Harvard over the years has been kind of up and down. And Herscher is going to go up against Clifton Central, I believe, tonight. Not only that, Plano week 2 is going to get Johnsburg, and Herscher is going to take on Momence.
Really?
Yeah. Guys, don't be surprised here if the I-8 either goes away in its entirety or is nothing like you envisioned it being in the past, because pretty soon there's a lot of talk in a lot of places about the I-8 changing, either bringing in new teams and growing the conference or trying to get rid of a couple of teams that have been in the conference for a while. I'm not saying any of it's a done deal. I'm just telling you, don't be surprised if this conference has a big shakeup real soon. And also, don't be particularly surprised if the state does away with conferences altogether. I think
really?
They're looking at that very strongly and going to districts. And that would be really interesting for Wilmington, because there's no one nearby the same size as the Cats. So you would get public schools, in Chicago public school, you get a lot of stuff if they went that route. So just be aware that in a year or 2 or 3, the I-8 might not be the I-8 anymore. There's a lot of talk going on across the state about doing many different things. Of course, numbers are down at a number of different schools. So you're not going to see some of the fresh soft games this year. Some of the freshman teams are going by the wayside this year because of not having numbers. I hope that trend turns around. But let's face it, there is a major push to go towards safety in a big way. And while I agree with that, I completely understand. We want all of these student athletes to be safe all the time. It'll be interesting to see how far that gets pushed. So, in any case, we've got a good opening game here tonight. Wilmington and St. Joseph Ogden, as we're down to about 12 and a half minutes to go before opening kickoff here tonight. So once again, around the I-8, Sandwich is taking on Richmond Burton. Streeter is going up against East Peoria. Braidwood, or Reed Custer if you like, will be taking on Clinton. Plano is going up against Harvard. And Herscher is going to get Clifton Central. Now, if you look further on down the I-8 list, Seneca is getting Dwight tonight.
Oh, really?
Renewing that nice little rivalry.
That's a good
game. For Seneca, actually, honestly,
that's
for Seneca and Dwight, that's perfect. Because they're both relatively the same size school. They're going through some struggles with football. That's a good opening weekend down there, Seneca and Dwight. There's one thing I miss, and I know there's not very many people that would say this, I'm sure. I miss going to Dwight. I really do. I know in the past the field wasn't that great, and the team wasn't that great, and the lights were pretty terrible. But I'm telling you, the last 2 or 3 years that Wilmington played there, they had upgraded the field, they had changed the lights, and it's just one of those real historic old places that I loved going to. To me, it's a shame that they're no longer a regular part of things in the I-8, because I really did like going there.
Now, speaking of Dwight, if you get a chance to go to their basketball games with Long coaching down there, they've had a couple of really good seasons, and it's fun to be in the big old field house out down there for the games. It's a rocking place.
Yeah, it's an interesting place. So Seneca is getting Dwight tonight. They will get Rantoul in week number 2. Westmont is going up against Aurora Central Catholic tonight, and they're getting Chicago Lakeview in week 2. Let me just tell you, Westmont is probably 500 students or so, well, maybe in the 400s. Lakeview has 1,284 students in that school. So think the size of Morris or bigger, and that's what Westmont is going to get in week 2. So that ought to be relatively interesting. All right, we've got a fairly lengthy interview with Coach Rentz coming up, talking about what to look forward to this year and also talking about the name of the stadium now in his honor and all that good stuff. So we'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll hear from Coach Rentz. We'll do that in just a moment. This is Wilmington Wildcats Weekly, brought to you by Breezer Construction Company here on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Warren's Collision Center is your hometown body shop. Your vehicle will get expert care with their drive-on frame rack and in their Bink spray booth. Warren's offers free estimates, pickup and delivery service, and they will get you set up with a loaner car while yours is in the shop. Warren's Collision Center is located at 242 North Front Street in Braidwood, or online anytime at warrenscollision.com. That's warrenscollision.com. Warren's Collision Center, where they care beyond the repair. Back here at Wilmington Wildcats Weekly as we get set for another football season. I'm joined by the head coach of the Wildcats, Mr. Jeff Rentz. Coach, another season's come and gone. We've gone through the summer on warp speed. We're back here getting ready for football, and it's, number one, awesome to be back doing another season, and number two, a really interesting week 1 opponent in St. Joseph Ogden.
Boy, it sure is. Boy, we're coming out of the gates ready to roll, and St. Joe's going to be a very good team. We've done battle with them before. They've beaten us good. We've beaten them good, and then 2 years ago, one of the best games we've ever been involved with was the 20-19 quarterfinal game that we won at our place. And so 2 teams that know the playoffs, 2 teams that know a winning program, and we're going to find out real quick Friday night where we're at with our strengths and our weaknesses, and it's going to be a heck of a game.
You know, one of the interesting things about this year, well, really every year, is that group of seniors that we saw last year get a lot of playing time, starting at quarterback and kind of going through that with Jeff, and then you have Owen at the running back position. For me, it's interesting to see that growth from one level to the next as we go from year to year.
No, you're right. We got to make sure the kids are maturing well enough to make sure that they get that. I just put it this way. In the preseason, it's gone. You can tell that experience is there. We don't have to go over things quite as much as before, and the kids are adapted to our program. They're probably not as nervous as what they were last year playing in that first game, and so they're able to do that. And so I'm glad that nucleus is back. Hopefully you get to see some new names that are now juniors coming up through the program and doing some things there.
You know, one of the interesting things that's been going on here the last 2 or 3 years, and you touched on a little bit of Catbackers too, is the fact that numbers are starting to slide to various places for a number of reasons, and trying to get those lower level games is a difficulty, and we have that same thing tonight with freshmen instead of fresh soft, and trying to flip-flop that on Friday and Monday.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's something that's going on throughout the state. St. Joe is somebody that doesn't have a lot of juniors right now. How many sophomores do they have to play at the varsity level? Now that predicates how we have to handle ourselves on Monday night, and that's just not a week 1 gig. I talked to, just like you said, the Catbackers, Seneca's struggling with their numbers, Westmont's struggling with their numbers. So we you know, as a conference, we got to come together. What's the best way to make this work with the numbers? But it's not just an I-8 problem; it's a state problem. So that's something. You know, I'm not happy about it, but it is what it is, and so. You know, we'll just kind of go from there and make our adjustments. But our freshmen are going to play the game before us, and then hopefully our sophomores then can play Monday.
You know, I want to ask you too about the renovations going on at the stadium this year. The fact that they made a lot of changes out there, and now your name is plastered up on the side of that place. How does that feel?
I tell you what, it's something I never thought would happen, and I want to thank Tim Craig and our school board and Dr. Swick, Kevin Feeney for what they've done. And but the stadium looks really good. I mean, they repainted everything. They put a lot of money into it. I think it was a gorgeous stadium before, but it's a little bit run down, and so for them to step up the paint and to make it look the way it is now, I think it's something that everybody in Wilmington could be very proud of.
And, you know, the other thing to go along with changes at the stadium this year, every year there's kind of tweaks with the helmets and uniforms and different things like that. And this year, kind of a completely different look as far as the helmet goes. Explain that a little bit.
Oh, well, the kids, I always give the kids a little bit of say-so what they want to be helmet-wise. And this year they wanted to be with a flat purple and a purple face mask. So we're going back to the purple helmets that we had a few years back. They're going to have a number on one side and a Wildcat paw decal on the other. Just kind of their way of being their team. We're still the Wildcats and still got the paw prints on and stuff, but that's what they want to go with. And so we'll see how it goes. And you know, I don't, and I know everybody likes their helmet, this and that, and their uniforms, but, you know, we're going to let this team, which I do every year, you kind of pick out what it is. You know, financially, it wasn't to get our helmets painted from white to purple is not a big venture as far as money. So that's something, too. If it was too much money, then we were going to go back with the white. But, no, it's something they wanted to do, and it's just a little change-up.
I'm a big fan of the flat scheme.
Yeah, no, it's good.
I love that look in college. I think it looks sharp.
Yeah, no, and so, you know, and things like that. To the coaches, they really don't care, but to the kids, they love it, and so we let them go around with it.
Hey, ask Oregon. Wearing a different uniform every single week helps when Nike's involved.
That's right, that's right.
So then tonight, getting back to what's going on here with St. Joseph Ogden and the fact that you're coming in, a new coach kind of leading the way over there, and a little bit different setup maybe what you're looking at. I assume this is difficult going in, not knowing exactly what they're going to do.
It really is. It's something that's keeping me up at night a little bit. I mean, you got a brand new coach, he could change everything. And so the beginning of the game, what kind of adjustments do we have to make? You know, there could be some trick plays involved. He tries to get up early. And so special teams, too. St. Joe's always been very good through special teams. And so beginning of the game is already to see what we have to do. And, you know, we can't turn the ball over. We can't give them a short field. We got to give them a long field. Whoever's defense is out there a lot, they're going to get tired, obviously, quicker. And I know it's supposed to be a little cooler, but, you know, it's still the first game. You're going to have kids getting tired. How's their depth? How's our depth? And so a lot of that goes into game one.
All right, Coach. Well, good luck tonight. Hopefully we get a W, and we'll talk to you in the postgame.
All right. Sounds good. Appreciate it.
That's Coach Jeff Reitz joining us here on Wilmington Wildcats Weekly, brought to you by Breezer Construction Company. Take a break. We'll come back with more of the pregame just 3 minutes away from the start of football here tonight. We'll be back with more Cats football in just a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Teresa's Family Styling Salon in Wilmington is an all-ages salon that will style your hair for that special look. They offer cuts, perms, and coloring for any fashion. They also carry Paul Mitchell and Brocato products. Teresa's Family Styling Salon is located in the Southgate Plaza in Wilmington, and you can call for an appointment at 815-476-1955. That's 815-476-1955. Racchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria in Coal City is all about relaxing with family and friends while sharing an authentic Italian festival of food. They are the home of the Chicago-style deep dish pizza, but they also have a full menu, including pastas, burgers, salads, and more. Check out all of their daily specials, too, online at racchettis.net. Racchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria is at 375 South Broadway in Coal City, and they are open till midnight or later every night. Stop in for an authentic Italian experience at Racchetti's.
This is Wilmington Wildcats Weekly, brought to you by Breezer Construction Company here on the Christian Internet Sports Network. Boy, everybody out in the field. We got a long run through. There come the motorcycles down through the path in the woods. We got fire trucks going off in the distance. I'm guessing there's some sort of fireworks tonight. It's like the cannons over here on the other side of the field. I mean, there's a little bit of everything when you come out here on a Friday.
Look at the motorcycles. My land, the Harleys are still coming.
By the way, if you're out of state or something tonight, it is absolutely beautiful here. Temperature in the low 70s. This place is packed tonight. I mean, it's like a playoff-sized crowd. Of course, you're playing a playoff-quality opponent.
Yeah, you are.
So the Cats will get ready to come down through that trail in the woods. There's got to be every bit of 20 motorcycles down there in the end zone, revving things up. We've got to run through all the way out to the 30-yard line. It could easily go out past the 50. Everybody's just kind of jammed in there.
Yeah, they could go clear out the 50. They got them 3 and 4 deep on either side.
So we're down to about 35 seconds to go before opening kick here tonight. By the way, St. Joseph Ogden all the way out on the field as the Cats will come onto the field. You can hear it. We got the doors open here tonight. You can hear the motorcycles are roaring in the background. And you hear the fireworks going off here. This is too. There goes the cannon. Well, I'm going to tell you something. That's an entrance right there.
Oh, boy. It's our favorite place to be.
Yep, Cats do the run through. The 2016 version of the Wilmington Wildcats just about ready to take the field here tonight. And you have to appreciate the level of organization that it takes to pull off a pregame thing like this, by the way. With the fireworks on the far side, the cannon on the left side of the field. We've got the run through and all the motorcycles that volunteer their time to show up. I mean, it really is impressive the way the town of Wilmington gets behind this football team.
Over the years, we have just really gotten excited about starting a new year every year with the Wilmington Wildcats. If you don't get a chance to get a very many games, make some of them. You'll never be sorry coming to a home game in Wilmington.
You know, we've tweaked some things over the years. One of the new things is our broadcast page now. You'll see the Wilmington Wildcats, and I believe it's Lyle that are actually in that picture there. And we've added a scoreboard this year, too, so you can keep track of the score, even if you have to turn the sound down or something, if you have to answer a phone call, and why would you during a Wilmington game? But if you had an emergency or something and you wanted to keep the score right there, you could at least keep that thing up too, so you are well aware of what's going on. Well, Wilmington about ready to take the field. By the way, the fireworks are still going off. That's been about 2 minutes now. And the Cats in their entire purple uniforms, purple jerseys, purple pants, purple helmets with a paw print on one side and the number on the other. That's a new look. And the flat paint scheme. They will kick off from left to right tonight as St. Joseph Ogden in all white with the powder blue numbers, as the Spartans will get ready to return this kick. Looks like Jake Wendling and Bryce Hawk back deep, although it's very difficult to tell because the front numbers on St. Joseph Ogden's uniforms are ridiculously tiny. So Alex Hatton, the 5'7", 140-pound senior kicker off the soccer team, tees it up, and we are underway. Taken at the 10-yard line. This is Brody White across the 20, 25, and White returns it out to the 29, make it the 30-yard line. And that's where St. Joseph Ogden will start up 1st and 10. First look at this Wilmington defense. As leading the way for the Spartans tonight will be 6'1", 185-pound senior quarterback, Marty Wright. As we're waiting actually for the football to come out on the field, as Marty pointing over the sideline saying, hey, you can't start the play clock just yet. We don't have a ball.
All right, here we go. First play from scrimmage.
Well, we still have smoke on the field from a mix of the cannon and the fireworks. So 2 receivers split out to the near side, 1 to the far side. Under center is Marty Wright with 1 lone setback. 1st and 10 for St. Joe from their own 30-yard line. Receiver in motion, and the handoff goes right side. And bouncing it to the corner is Jack Fritz, and he's just ridden out of bounds after no gain. I believe it's Dustin Kelly over there on the stop for Wilmington. Bring up 2nd and 10 for St. Joe. Here just underway, quarter number 1.
Oh, they're going to give about a yard loss, it looks like. Good pursuit by the Wilmington defense that time. They were trying to work the outside.
All right, now 2 receivers to the near side and an offset eyes. Swing pass over on the near side across the 30, 35 out to the 36. On the reception was Mason Kuhn, the senior wide receiver, as he will pick up about 6 yards, bring up 3rd down and 4 for St. Joe from their own 36-yard line.
So nice to set up pass. We noticed the first play from scrimmage, only one guy came out wide. Again, there was another guy cheating on the inside, and they took advantage of it.
All right, 1 receiver to the far side, 1 back to the near. I formation for St. Joe. The 1 receiver from the near side headed to the far side now, dropping back to pass as Marty Wright fires right side. Intercepted! Intercepted to the 45 to midfield. There goes Joe Mendoza up the sideline, inside the 25 and down to the 23-yard line. Boy, Joe baited Marty into that throw big time, and Mendoza stepped up and picked it off and then took off up the far sideline. What a start for Wilmington here tonight. Well, that is just great play from Mendoza.
Oh, that was fantastic.
He set back just a little bit, baited the throw, and then Joe stepped up and picked off the pass.
Boy, that was perfectly timed. And it was good defense, man-to-man defense by the Wilmington man as well.
It's taken all of a minute and a half for Wilmington to get a sideline warning. I know we're all shocked by that.
Oh, boy.
That's the nightly sideline warning.
Oh, yeah, we always have to have that.
Because, as we all know, that's very critical in a play that's going on about 40 yards away from the sideline. All right, 10:29 to go in our opening quarter. Jeff Treadman to be under center again for the Cats in his 2nd year as a starter, 6 feet, 173 pounds. And we've got the double wing with Owen Weaver over on the near side. That's going to be the big workhorse here this year. Treadman drops back the pass on 1st down, has a receiver wide open, but it's incomplete.
Man.
Oh, my goodness. That was a free gift touchdown right there. Keaton Hansen had nobody within 15 yards of him, and Treadman just threw it almost completely out of bounds.
You talk about the coach catching everybody off guard, including us. That was a beautiful play. He just overthrew him by about 2 feet.
All right, bring up 2nd and 10 for the Cats from the 21 of St. Joe, and that easily would have been a touchdown. And there was nobody anywhere near Hansen.
Well, that strikes fear in the hearts of St. Joe. They weren't expecting that at all.
So the wing backs are Dustin Kelly and Owen Weaver as Treadman back under center, 2nd and 10. Handoff Weaver, left side, cuts it back up the middle. Gets 2, maybe 3 yards on the carry. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 7 for Wilmington. By the way, the fullback tonight for Wilmington is Nick Preto, 5'5", 170-pound senior. And lest you think that he is small and can't play fullback, Nick Preto played fullback last year until getting injured and did a fantastic job.
We missed him the last part of the year last year when he was out. He does a fantastic job back there.
All right, so we have 3rd and 7 upcoming for Wilmington from the 17 of St. Joe. Treadman under center, double wing again. Pitch comes near side. Kelly trying to get the corner and gets banged down around the 15-yard line. Good stop on the play by Griffin Meeker for St. Joe. It will bring up 4th down and 4 after a gain of 3 on that run by Kelly. Up front for the Cats in that offensive line, we have 6'3", 245-pound senior Alex Rink. Also 6'3", 250-pound junior Blake Geis in that offensive line as well. And we'll try to give them some more recognition as the night goes along, too. I know we don't mention them a whole lot, but I'll try to get to the rest of them as we go along here. Field goal upcoming here for Alex Hatton. They're going to set it up at the 22-yard line, so a 32-yard field goal attempt for Hatton. Good snap, good hold. The kick from Hatton's going to be wide left, I do believe. Just off to the left. Had plenty of distance, but Alex just hooked it off to the left-hand side. So no points off the turnover for Wilmington. Boy, you really got to think you have to take advantage of those kind of opportunities.
Well, Coach was dipping into the till a little bit. He was taking a chance in that pass play off the first play in the line of scrimmage, and a little bit shorter pass, they'd have had a touchdown out of it.
All right, so the Spartans will start things back up at their own 15-yard line. 1st and 10 for St. Joe. I formation, 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. Under center is Marty Wright. Wright hands it off to the near side, and boy, there is a wall of Wilmington defenders waiting there. There's a fumble on the play. Are they going to say it's a fumble? They are, and Wilmington's going to come up with it. Boy, I thought that was real late, but apparently they are going to give Wilmington the fumble. Unless it started to come free, and then
was that Kuhn that was carrying that time?
I believe so. And Wilmington, forgive me for not knowing who was on the tackle. There was about 6 Wildcat defenders there, and I thought for sure they had spun him back around and he was down. But apparently, the Cats force another turnover. Double wing for the Cats. Hand off to Weaver, left side, breaks a tackle inside the 15, down to the 10-yard line. Good run for Owen Weaver on 1st down. By the way, trying to give you some more of those guys on the offensive line for Wilmington. James Cox, 6 foot, 191-pound senior, getting a start in there for Wilmington tonight.
Well, you got to take advantage of these 2 gifts now. You can't go along without any points the second time.
Also, Robert Van Dyne, a 6'2", 265-pound senior on that line. Treadman under center, back to the double wing. Pitch comes near side. Dustin Kelly has a huge hole up the middle, inside the 5, and he'll get wrapped up down around the 3-yard line. Make it all the way down to the 1 before they finally actually flip him to the ground. The Cats will have it 1st and goal from just outside the 1-yard line. 7:47 to go here, opening quarter. No score between Wilmington and St. Joe, but this game has been dominated so far by the Cats. So 1st and goal from just outside the 1. Pitch to Weaver. There's a flag down. Owen is in for the touchdown, but I believe this is going to be an illegal shift, and that would move it back to 1st and goal from the
sometimes that's in Wilmington's number 1 play.
6. Unless the only other thing it could be if there was illegal participation or something on St. Joe or too many people on the field, because this seems like a long time to determine an illegal shift, and it is. Although I don't really understand that if the head official threw the flag, why he had to go confer with everyone else as to what the call was. But
yeah, I didn't understand that a bit either.
Unless he just wasn't sure if it was an illegal shift. All right, so 1st and goal from the Cats from the 6-yard line, and we'll see if Wilmington can get something started from here. Twice now, St. Joseph Ogden has basically given Wilmington touchdowns, and the Cats have refused to take it. 1st and goal from the 6 again. Double wing. Treadman under center. In motion Weaver. Gets the pitch. Cuts back inside the 5. Shoves his way down toward the 1. Is he in? He is. Touchdown Wilmington. 6-yard run from Owen Weaver. And the Cats jump out on top 6-0 with 7:22 to go in our opening quarter as Alex Hatton will come on and attempt the extra point. So again, Hatton on. Snap is good, and the kick is good as well. And Wilmington leads at 7-0 over St. Joe Ogden. 7:22 to go in the first. Take a break. Back with more Wilmington Wildcats football in just a moment.
ACN representative Peter Treby is helping people just like you save money on their bills every month. ACN has deals in place for high-speed internet, wireless service, energy, television, home phone service, and home security. It's simple. All you have to do is click on the ACN link, fill out an analysis form, and Peter will tell you how you can start saving money today with ACN. Breezer Construction Company is a proud supporter of Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network. For over 30 years, Breezer Construction Company has led the way in providing quality construction to the industrial, utility, and pipeline industries. For more information on Breezer Construction Company, go to breezerconstruction.com. That's breezerconstruction.com or call 815-521-0900.
Welcome back here on the Christian Internet Sports Network. As Wilmington will tee it up, and Alex Hatton will get set to kick it off left to right here. Hatton's kick comes down at the 15-yard line, across the 20, 25, out to the 30, 35, 40, out to the 45-yard line goes Brody White on the return. And St. Joe will start up at the 45, trailing 7-0 with 7:14 to go in our opening quarter. Really smart run back that time by White. Just kind of waited for his blockers, didn't get ahead of them.
Yeah, Anders
actually almost looked like he was in slow motion returning the kick.
I was just saying, if Anders hadn't gotten his arm around him, he might have gone all the way.
All right, 1st and 10 for the Spartans from their own 45-yard line. And now wishbone formation for St. Joe. Marty Wright under center. Handoff comes left side. That's going to go nowhere. And another fumble on the play. And Wilmington has it again. Another turnover on St. Joseph Ogden. Jason Bowman this time on the fumble. And Jeff Trudman comes away with it. My goodness. St. Joseph Ogden has won, 6 plays and has 3 turnovers? Boy, wow. You want to talk about the wheels coming off early.
This is not the way they wanted to start the season, I'm sure of that.
Well, the positive thing for the Spartans, though, is they only given up 7 points.
Yeah, that's true. They give 2 turnovers deep in their own territory, and they're only down 7-0.
All right, back to the double wing for the Cats. Weaver and Kelly, along with Preto at fullback. Kelly off the right side. Inside the 45-yard line to the 43. Good stop on the play by Brandon Dable for St. Joe. Bring up 2nd and 7 off the run of 3 yards for Dustin Kelly.
It never ceases to amaze me. Everybody knows what Wilmington is going to do before they ever get to the football field. And every year, it seems like nobody can stop them. If you execute it well, it will run.
All right, 2nd down and a long 7 for Wilmington. Again, double wing. Handoff Weaver left side. Breaks it to the 40, but nothing there. Nice job, by the way, by Jason Bowman to just come up and stick Weaver. Now, he didn't tackle him, but he did stop him and held on for help. And let me tell you something, Owen Weaver is a load to bring down. 6 feet, 194 pounds, and I mean, that's not, that's solid. And solid muscle on Owen Weaver. That's a hard tackle to make.
And he did the tackle exactly like he should, and got like that. He hit him in the legs. If you try to get him in the shoulders, he'll carry you down the field with him.
All right, 3rd down and 4 for the Cats, just inside the 40 at the 39 of St. Joe. Again, double wing, pitch to Weaver. Breaks a tackle and now breaks free to the 30, to the 25, out. 20. Weaver is going to go for 6. Touchdown, Wilmington. 39-yard touchdown run by Owen Weaver, and it's 13-0 Cats with 5:39 to go in the opening quarter. And that, again, looked like Owen was going to get stopped right at the line of scrimmage, and he just kept churning.
He has such power. He just keeps turning his feet. That's why I say if you tackle him, you got to tackle his legs. Don't get his shoulders.
All right, Alex Hatton on to attempt the extra point. 5:39 to go in the opening quarter. Good snap, good hold. Actually a little bit late on the hold, and Hatton gets through. Trudman had a little bit of trouble gathering the snap, but still managed to put it down. 14-0 Wilmington. 5:39 to go opening quarter. Wow, what a start to the year for the Cats here with a 2-touchdown lead on St. Joe. Back with more in just a moment. You're listening to Cats Football on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Quigley Technology Services is your local source for computer help. They have built numerous websites, including ours here at the Christian Internet Sports Network. Quigley Technology Services also specializes in virus removal, so your computer will get back to full speed now. And you can trust them for first-class computer repair, including free local pickup and delivery, plus on-site service, including after hours. Contact Quigley Technology Services at 815-293-7844 or stop by at quigtech.com. That's QUIG tech.com. Phelan Acres Bible Church is the perfect place if you are looking for a church to call home. They have services every week, including Sunday school at 9:45, morning worship at 11, and Wednesday night prayer meetings at 7. Phelan Acres Bible Church is located at 26009 Willow Lane in Wilmington, Illinois. And for more information, call 815-476-7818. That's 815-476-7818.
So this bounces down around the 20-yard line, but returned out across the 30. And again, St. Joe with halfway decent field position to start a drive. The problem is they've turned the ball over as quick as they can get their hands on it. And it'll be 1st and 10 St. Joseph Ogden from their own 32-yard line. All right, 1st and 10 for the Spartans here from their own 32-yard line. Trips receivers bunched together on the far side. The pitch is going to go to that side as Fritz tried to get to the outside and was shoved out of bounds right around the 35 or so. Pick up 2, maybe 3 yards on the run for Fritz. 5:30 to go opening quarter. Wilmington leads at 14-0 over St. Joseph Ogden. And boy, did they get out to a fast start. And to be honest with you, it should be 21-0.
Yeah, St. Joe stopped the first time. And field goal attempt, Wilmington was wide left.
All right, shotgun formation. Handoff goes right side for Jason Bowman. That's going to go next to nowhere. Maybe a yard for Jason. Dustin Kelly on the stop for Wilmington. Bring up 3rd down and 7 for the Spartans. Well, the only time they really tried to go downfield tonight resulted in an interception thrown by Marty Wright. We'll see what they elect to do here. Again, shotgun formation. 1 back to either side of Wright. 1 receiver to the far side, 1 to the near. 3rd and 7 for St. Joe from the 35. Wright off the snap, rolls near side, fires incomplete way over the head of Brandon Dable. And that had no chance, and it'll bring up 4th down and 7 for St. Joe, and they'll be forced to punt.
And that stops the clock again.
And even if that was thrown on the money, it was well covered.
Yes, it was.
There was nothing there.
So far, the Wilmington man-to-man defense in the backfield has been just right on.
So 4th down and 7 here for St. Joe. 4:47 to go in our opening quarter. Snap back and the kick, a line drive from Cook, rolls down to the 30, and it is going to be blown dead at the 29-yard line. The fans for St. Joseph Ogden were claiming that Wilmington touched it, but the officiating crew says no. And Wilmington will have it 1st and 10 from their own, I guess you could call it 28-yard line or so, with 4:38 to go in the quarter. To be honest with you, I didn't think it touched him, but.
No, it was close, but it went right on by him. I mean, it wasn't that close, but.
I'll give the Spartan fans credit, though. They tried to sell it, as did the Spartans. They picked it up and ran it into the end zone. But
that's what
no
you
dice.
do. You go ahead and finish the play out. And then afterwards you can decide if it was a play or not.
First and 10 for Wilmington from their own 28-yard line. Again, double wing for the Cats. Kelly and Weaver. As the handoff goes up the middle, this is Preto breaking free across the 45 to midfield. Nick's still going. He has a wall of blockers. Nick Preto to the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Wilmington! 72-yard touchdown run by Nick Preto. My goodness, that was fast.
He had like 4 guys with him.
Now, I'm going to tell you something. I've been watching Wilmington football for a long time. I have never seen a start to the year like this tonight.
No, I haven't. It's amazing.
Usually it's really slow.
Usually they go in there. We a lot of times see them go in the second game before they really get in the groove.
Well, Alex Hatton on to attempt the extra point. Good snap, good hold, and the kick is good as well. The Cats lead it 21-0 with 4:23 to go opening quarter. We'll take a break, come back with more Cats football in just a moment here on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
If you're looking for more information on Wilmington Wildcats football, then check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. Each week, Coach Reentz goes over game film, takes questions from the audience, and presents the Offensive and Defensive Player of the Week awards. Plus, you'll get to hang out with other Wildcat fans and get the inside scoop on next week's game. So be sure to check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. If you need something done around your house, chances are Beth's Busy Bees can get it done. They specialize in residential and commercial cleaning, but they can also do lawn care, small home remodeling and repair jobs, and even things like caregiving. Beth's Busy Bees is a small family-owned business, and they will treat you right every time. Call 815-685-9111 for Beth's Busy Bees today.
4:23 to go in the quarter, and we're talking opening quarter. Wilmington leads it 21-0 over St. Joseph Ogden. I am quite honestly shocked at this point. Kick taken down at the 5-yard line across the 10, 15, 20, out across the 30. There comes a flag from about 40 yards away. And that referee has an arm. That thing was thrown from the other side of the 50-yard line. We'll see what the result of this call is. And I believe it's holding on the Spartans here. So they will back them up from the 25-yard line. I mean, if you're St. Joe, it's just gone from bad to worse.
Yeah, it is. 10 yards. It probably is holding.
I don't know. I'm not really sure what's happened to the Spartans. 3 quick turnovers, and there's just been nothing offensively. Wilmington, let's give them credit. They have come ready to play week 1. So 2 receivers to the far side, now 1 to the near side. Under center is right, drops back and hands it off on the draw off the left side.
Oh.
And wow, big hit on the play is Jason Bowman on the carry. He gets lit up. And a gain of 4. It'll bring up 2nd and 6. I was trying to see who made the hit, and I couldn't see the backside of the play.
It looked like he was going to go for a long gainer there. Nice hole in that side of the line, but three Cats cut across and cut him off, and I don't know. I didn't see who they were. Should have paid more attention.
All right, 2 receivers to the near side. We have 1 back for St. Joe, and also a T-back in there as well off the near side. Dropping back is right. Looking right side. I don't know what that was, but he just got blown up by Owen Weaver all the way back at the 5. I don't know. It seemed like Marty Wright was looking for somebody on the right side of the field. There's nobody over there. He just kept backing up, and all of a sudden Owen Weaver just leveled him. Well, now St. Joe is facing 3rd down and 20. And I'm telling you what, Owen Weaver put the full weight of his body into that thing too.
He went right over the top of him.
Well, St. Joe's offense is now going backwards. I am really just surprised. 2 receivers to the far side, right under center. Pitch goes far side, and that's going to get 3, maybe 4 yards as a host of Wilmington Wildcats over there on the stop.
Did you see who it was? It might
And
have
it'll
been
bring up 4th down and 16.
40.
So a gain of 4 on the play. Back deep for Wilmington will be Tyler Holcomb. I believe Holcomb is a transfer student, if I remember that correctly, from Coach Raines. I want to say from one of the Joliet schools. Down to 2 minutes to go opening quarter, and this has been all Wilmington. I mean 100%. 21-0 as the Spartans will get set to kick. And out of his own end zone,
nice
the kick
move.
comes from Jake Cook. That is a really nice kick. And caught by Holcomb on his knees at the 40-yard line, and that's where Wilmington will take over 1st and 10. 21-0, the Cats lead, 1:44 to go in our opening quarter. I think a lot of people tonight were probably anticipating a really tight game.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure they were.
But it is not developed, at least as of yet. One of the biggest problems for St. Joe was just the fact that they got the ball 3 straight times and almost immediately turned it over every time.
Yeah, they had, I think, 2 plays the first time and 1 play the next 2 times.
We did have a penalty on the play. Might have been offsetting penalties, actually. And the Cats moved back, but I think it was. I don't think they actually enforced any penalty.
Yeah, they're on the 40-yard line.
I think it was offsetting or maybe decline. It wouldn't be declined. It had to be offsetting. So 1st and 10 for Wilmington from the 40 of St. Joe. The Cats already lead at 21-0 with 1:44 here to go in the first quarter. Back to the double wing for Wilmington. It's Brett McWilliams back there. And this hit inside the 35 down to the 33. That's William Van Dyne, the 5'9", 174-pound junior on the carry for Wilmington. And, you know, we said coming into this game, Wilmington has a stable of running backs again this year, and they went straight to it. I mean, 2 brand new wingbacks.
They only have 14 listed on the.
Well, it's Coach Reed's largest amount of players since he's been here, I believe. 43 on the varsity team. So, again, back to double wing. Preto still in at fullback, but pitch comes back to McWilliams inside the 30, breaking it to the 25. Down to the 22-yard line goes Brett McWilliams, the 5'11", 183-pound senior. He gains 11 yards and a Wilmington first down with 55 seconds to go in the first quarter.
That's his first carry night. He was one of the main ball handlers last year. 11 yards, his first touch. Nice job up front, open up holes. And a good job by him, by the offensive backs, following their blocks through and not running ahead of it either.
So 1st and 10 for the Cats. Ball at the 21-yard line of St. Joe. Again, double wing. McWilliams and Van Dyne. Handoff Van Dyne, right side inside the 20. Tried to break free, but a good shoestring tackle there by Brant Holven. 6 foot, 195-pound senior just grabbed a hold of the ankle and held on for St. Joe. A gain of 4 for William Van Dyne, and that'll bring us to the end of the quarter. Wow, it seemed like that quarter went on forever. 21-0 is the lead for Wilmington at the end of one. We'll take a break, come back with more Cats football in a moment here on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Warren's Collision Center is your hometown body shop. Your vehicle will get expert care with their drive-on frame rack and in their Bink spray booth. Warren's offers free estimates, pickup and delivery service, and they will get you set up with a loaner car while yours is in the shop. Warren's Collision Center is located at 242 North Front Street in Braidwood, or online anytime at warrenscollision.com. That's warrenscollision.com. Warren's Collision Center, where they care beyond the repair. Teresa's Family Styling Salon in Wilmington is an all-ages salon that will style your hair for that special look. They offer cuts, perms, and coloring for any fashion. They also carry Paul Mitchell and Brocato products. Teresa's Family Styling Salon is located in the Southgate Plaza in Wilmington, and you can call for an appointment at 815-476-1955. That's 815-476-1955.
Start of quarter number two, 21-0 lead for Wilmington. And they're knocking on the door again. 2nd down and 6. The ball on the 17-yard line of St. Joe. Back to double wing. And Kelly back in there along with Weaver as well. Owen Weaver inside the 15-yard line down near the 12. They'll pick up a good 5, make that 6 yards. Bring up 3rd down and a yard for Wilmington. So we approach 11.5 to go in the first half, and a first half that has seen pretty much dominance by Wilmington. St. Joe came out, turned the ball over 3 straight times in a hurry. The Cats actually should have another touchdown on top of this, but Trudman overthrew a wide-open receiver in the end zone.
He sure did.
Would have made it 28-0. Pitch to Weaver on the near side inside the 15, trying to get the corner to the 10, 5, touchdown Wilmington. Owen Weaver on a 12-yard touchdown run, and the Cats add 6 more. It is 27-0 Wilmington with 11:09 to go in the half. Well, I think if you would have told anybody that this was going to happen, they all would have said, "You're nuts."
Yeah.
One thing about it, they've gotten their money's worth out of hiring the cannon for tonight.
That's why.
They've been going off like crazy.
They have really been firing that rascal.
So Alex Hatton on to attempt another extra point. Good snap. This time a good hold. The kick from Hatton is good as well. He's 4 for 4 on extra points here tonight. 11:09 to go in the half. 28-0. The lead for Wilmington over St. Joseph Ogden. Take a break. Come back with more Cats football in just a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Racchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria in Coal City is all about relaxing with family and friends while sharing an authentic Italian festival of food. They are the home of the Chicago-style deep dish pizza, but they also have a full menu, including pastas, burgers, salads, and more. Check out all of their daily specials, too, online at racchettis.net. Racchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria is at 375 South Broadway in Coal City, and they are open till midnight or later every night. Stop in for an authentic Italian experience at Racchetti's. ACN Representative Peter Treby is helping people just like you save money on their bills every month. ACN has deals in place for high-speed internet, wireless service, energy, television, home phone service, and home security. It's simple. All you have to do is click on the ACN link, fill out an analysis form, and Peter will tell you how you can start saving money today with ACN.
So Alex Hatton has it teed up, kicking off right to left, and this thing's going to sail in. No, just out of bounds inside the 5-yard line, down there on the 2, and Coach Rinks was not too pleased with that. And Alex trying to get the ball into the end zone here on the near side and came up about 5 yards short. So why not? St. Joseph Ogden has gotten pretty good field position for the most part here tonight. They've just managed not to do a whole lot with it. 11:09 to go in the half. It's 28-0 Wilmington. And St. Joe will have the ball at their own 35-yard line. And for the Spartans, you just have to find something here. You need one decent big play, something to get a kick started. Because you got to know that there's something in that tank there that they can go to. They just have to get some sort of a play in order to get things in the right direction. Maybe that'll do it. Off the near side, out across the 45 to near midfield goes Jack Fritz on first down. He's going to end up picking up about 13 yards or so, and that by far is the best play of the night for St. Joe.
Yeah. Next closest are 2 4-yard gainers.
Well, the wishbone is something that the Spartans went to last couple of times here, and they've had some success here on first down in this drive, so back to it they go. Handoff to the fullback. That's going to get stacked up for absolutely nothing, maybe a yard. Looks like the near side official might be overly generous and give him 2 or so on it. I believe it's Griffin Meeker on the carry as a fullback for St. Joe. Sam Jones in on the tackle for Wilmington. Second down and 8 for the Spartans. The ball right at midfield. Almost right on that stripe. Back to the wishbone again. Chopping back the pass is right. Fires it near side. That's overshot and out of play. Pretty good coverage down there, by the way, by Tyler Holcomb. That pass falls incomplete. It'll bring up third down and 8 for St. Joe. Mason Kuhn was the intended receiver. Holcomb, like I said, I believe he's a transfer from one of the Joliet schools. And Coach Rinks has been very impressed with what he's seen so far. I don't know if I have that completely right either.
I don't know.
I think so.
You're our source. If you don't have it, we're done.
I kind of think I'm right. And dropping back the pass right off of the double fake handoff. This pass is completed down inside the 40 to the 35. A little bit of trickeration for the Spartans and a gain of 15 on that play. One thing about it, you can really not tell anything from numbers from St. Joe. Powder blue on white does not make things easy on the broadcast team.
Was that Jack Fritz? I think
sure.
It's hard to tell from here. You can't. I mean,
it's almost impossible. So back to the wishbone formation again for St. Joe. First and 10 from the 35. Handoff comes near side, trying to get the corner. Jack Fritz, and that ends up going nowhere thanks to Owen Weaver, who managed to track him down from behind. Good speed from Owen to catch Jack Fritz. It'll bring up second and 10 for the Spartans from the Wilmington 35-yard line.
That was great hustle by Weaver that time. Jack was running as hard as he could run, and Weaver matched him stride for stride. Dove and got him.
So down to 9.5 to go in this first half of play. Boy, it seems like we've watched a whole game already.
Been a lot going on, but we better not get weary and well doing here. There's a lot of
There's
football.
A lot of time left. One receiver to either side. Back to the wishbone again, right under center. A long snap count this time. Pitches it far side. This is Bowman trying to get the corner. That's not going to work. And no gain. It'll bring up third down and 10. There's about 4 or 5 Wilmington defenders waiting on that. Treadman out there ahead of everybody to make the first hit, but
yeah, good pursuit by the Wilmington defense. 3 guys went over there. Treadman cut him off. He went to that tricky little 360, but 2 guys were standing waiting for him.
About the only thing you could do for St. Joe, the only thing that's worked tonight is some trickeration and, some fake handoffs and things like that, and you're going to have to put the ball in the air a little bit on some short passes, because running to the corner, and we say this every year, but particularly this year, the speed of Wilmington, you're not going to get around the edge more times than not. I mean, you're not going to make it there. One receiver to either side, swing pass over on the near side. That's incomplete, and we have a whistle and a timeout. 8:24 to go in our first half. 28-0 is the lead for Wilmington.
That was interesting there, wasn't it? Looked like he was going to do a lateral. That was.
Well, it was kind of a lot. I mean, it was a backwards pass.
Yeah, it was.
But that's the kind of stuff we're talking about. 8:24 to go in the half. 28-0 Wilmington. We're back with more Cats football in just a moment.
Breezer Construction Company is a proud supporter of Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network. For over 30 years, Breezer Construction Company has led the way in providing quality construction to the industrial, utility, and pipeline industries. For more information on Breezer Construction Company, go to breezerconstruction.com. That's breezerconstruction.com, or call 815-521-0900. Quigley Technology Services is your local source for computer help. They have built numerous websites, including ours, here at the Christian Internet Sports Network. Quigley Technology Services also specializes in virus removal, so your computer will get back to full speed now. And you can trust them for first-class computer repair, including free local pickup and delivery, plus on-site service, including after hours. Contact Quigley Technology Services at 815-293-7844 or stop by at quigtech.com. That's QUIG Tech.com.
28-0 the lead for Wilmington. 8:24 to go in the half. As now handoff comes near side. Again, a little bit of trickeration and nothing doing there either. Owen Weaver on the tackle of Mason Kuhn. It's just some misdirection, some fake handoffs. Try to bring Kuhn back on the misdirection from the far side to the near side. And Weaver wasn't having any of that. They'll bring up 4th down and 9 for St. Joe. And really at this point, that's about all that they can do, because Wilmington has just overpowered everything that the Spartans have tried to do.
Yeah, if they try to drop back in a straight drop, the line caves in on Wilmington's coming after them. They're too quick around the edges. Trickery is about the last straw there.
2 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near, out of the shotgun. Swing past him right. There's a nice looking pass out of the backfield. That's going to go for a first down all the way down to the 20-yard line. Goes Jason Bowman. And they're going to mark him down. After a gain of 12 on the pass play from Wright to Bowman. And that's the kind of thing that I'm talking about. Screen passes, quick ins,
and boy,
some misdirection. That's about all that's left in the bag that's going to work.
Wilmington was not ready for that at all. I caught him completely flat-footed.
7:31 to go in the half. Back to the wishbone again for St. Joe. 1st and 10 from the 21 of Wilmington. Handoff up the middle. That gets stood up and then driven back. That's Jack Fritz. Nothing doing. James Cox, 6 foot, 191-pound senior, literally picked up Fritz and drove him backwards to bring up 2nd down, and we'll call it 8. They were generous enough to give him 2 yards in the carry.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty generous.
So 2nd and 8 for St. Joe, under 7 minutes now to go in the half. By the way, stick around for our halftime show. Once again, sponsored this year by Ricchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria over there in Coal City. So a big thank you to Ricchetti's for sponsoring our halftime show again this year. Coming up in 6 minutes and 44 seconds in the game clock. They tried to snap the ball here, and that was just motion everywhere. There's
again, more trickery, and it's tricking themselves out of that one.
So there's 2 or 3 flags down, and 2 or 3 guys were early on that.
It's a good thing it was a penalty, because the pitchback was at his feet.
Yeah, I was going to say it. I think part of that probably was the whistle started blowing and everybody just
he just got rid of it real quick.
Things. But all right, let's see what St. Joe can do here. 2nd down and 13 for the Spartans. The ball on the 25-yard line of Wilmington. Back to the wishbone again. Under center is Marty Wright. Takes the snap. Handoff trying to go to the far side. There's a nice run on the play by Dwight Colvin. Speedy back as he takes the ball and goes off that left side for a gain of, we'll call it 8 yards. It'll bring up 3rd and 5 for St. Joe. And again, that kind of stuff is about what they're going to have to go with. Fake handoffs, pitches, misdirection type of things, and that has been successful on this drive.
Yes, it has.
They've picked up some yardage, and then those little swing passes, and maybe you got something going. Back to the wishbone again. 3rd down and 5. Handoff up in the middle, and that is not going to work. Just nothing there is
99.
Sam Jones on the stop for Wilmington. That goes for basically no gain for Griffin Meeker, and will bring up 4th down and 5. Well, that's a really good example of what we're talking about. If you just line up straight on and go at it, it's going to be a long night. The only problem is you have to do that every now and then just to
make the other part work.
Just to keep things a little honest. But all right, back to the wishbone again. 4th down and 5 for St. Joe from the 17. Handoff. There's a nice little run again. Out of the backfield down to the 10-yard line goes Dwight Colvin. That's going to be enough for a 1st down. A gain of about 8 on that run from Colvin. That's been the recent bright spot here for St. Joe. Dwight's come in and done a really nice job out of that wishbone. One thing about it, if you don't want to get St. Joe started up, I'll tell you that much.
You sure don't.
1st and goal from the 10. Back to the wishbone again. Under center is right. Again, misdirection, this time near side, down to the 7-yard line goes Jack Fritz before he's tripped up. That was almost shades of Statue of Liberty a little bit. Not quite that. What reminded me of it. Turn your back to the defense and fake a handoff one way and hand it back to the other way.
How many yards did he get on that thing?
Ended up getting about 3 yards on that run and a timeout to Wilmington. 4:31 to go in the half. It's a 28-0 lead for the Cats, but St. Joe is on the move. They have its 2nd down and goal from the 7. Take a break. Back with more Cats football in just a moment.
Phelan Acres Bible Church is the perfect place if you are looking for a church to call home. They have services every week, including Sunday school at 9:45, morning worship at 11, and Wednesday night prayer meetings at 7. Phelan Acres Bible Church is located at 26009 Willow Lane in Wilmington, Illinois. And for more information, call 815-476-7818. That's 815-476-7818. If you're looking for more information on Wilmington Wildcats football, then check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. Each week, Coach Reentz goes over game film, takes questions from the audience, and presents the Offensive and Defensive Player of the Week awards. Plus, you'll get to hang out with other Wildcat fans and get the inside scoop on next week's game. So be sure to check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's.
28-0. The lead for Wilmington is St. Joe on a drive here. 2nd down and goal from the 7 of the Cats. Handoff goes up the middle and fumble on the play, but after Colvin is down around the 5-yard line. I'll give Dwight a lot of credit. He has been running the ball hard, trying to break tackles and push things as much as he can. That's been really the lone bright spot for St. Joe. He's really done a nice job on this drive.
Tough runner. He's carried the ball 3 times for 18 yards.
So down to 4 minutes to go in the half. And back to the wishbone again. Right under center. 3rd down and goal from the 5. Handoff Colvin trying to go right side. He gets met inside the 2-yard line. And they're going to blow this down again. McWilliams came out of there with the football, but they're going to say no. that Colvin is down. So we'll bring up 4th down and goal from just outside the 1. And if I'm St. Joe, I line up and give it to Mr. Colvin again. I think he is your best option everywhere right now. All right, so here we go. First big play of the year for Wilmington. 4th down and goal from the 1 for St. Joe. Coming up on 3 minutes to go in the half. Again, wishbone formation, handoff Colvin, and he's going to score. Breaks a tackle and scores off the right side as Dwight Colvin in for 6, and it's a 28-6 lead for Wilmington. That's a really nice drive by St. Joseph Ogden, powered by Dwight Colvin at running back. Well, now it looks like I thought they were going to go for 2 for a minute, but they are going to attempt the extra point here. Jack Cook on for this try. And the snap bounces back, but bounces up to Cook. He'll launch it into the end zone, and that is caught there, but you can't do anything with that once it turns into a turnover. That's Joe Mendoza who ended up picking it off. 28-6 the lead for Wilmington. 3 minutes and 1 second to go in the half. Take a break. Back with more Kent's football in just a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
If you need something done around your house, chances are Beth's Busy Bees can get it done. They specialize in residential and commercial cleaning, but they can also do lawn care, small home remodeling and repair jobs, and even things like caregiving. Beth's Busy Bees is a small family-owned business, and they will treat you right every time. Call 815-685-9111 for Beth's Busy Bees today. Warren's Collision Center is your hometown body shop. Your vehicle will get expert care with their drive-on frame rack and in their Bink spray booth. Warren's offers free estimates, pickup and delivery service, and they will get you set up with a loaner car while yours is in the shop. Warren's Collision Center is located at 242 North Front Street in Braidwood, or online anytime at warrenscollision.com. That's warrenscollision.com. Warren's Collision Center, where they care beyond the repair.
Well, the Spartans finally answered. 28-6 is the lead for Wilmington here with just a tick over 3 minutes to go in the half. St. Joe finally put together a drive, a time-consuming drive at that, behind the power running of Dwight Colvin.
I think that drive took 8 minutes off the clock. That's the way to get back in a game.
Onside kick, and it's recovered by Wilmington. In fact, pushed ahead down to the 48-yard line of St. Joe. Nice job on the play by Dalton Gooser. Gooser at 5'11", 185-pound senior, who managed to come up with that onside kick. And matter of fact, the special teams coach for Wilmington saying, hey, when you do that, just get out of the ground, please.
I liked it when he stepped forward a couple yards there.
He
had the ball well covered up.
Could be relatively dangerous is all that the coaching staff is telling him. But it was a nice job of being ready for that onside kick by Gooser, and did a nice job of covering it up. And because of that, Wilmington will have good field position here. 1st and 10 from the 48 of St. Joe. Handoff up the middle to the fullback. And down inside the 45-yard line it goes. And that is Nick Preto on the carry. Picks up 4 yards, bring up 2nd down and 6 for Wilmington. Ball right at the 45-yard line of St. Joe. 2:40 to go in the half. And if you're Wilmington, you would really like to get another score here before halftime. Answer the drive that St. Joe has and keep this game at a nice distance going into halftime.
I was trying to figure it out. I think Nick Preto's carried the ball for an average of 38 yards a carry.
So Weaver, well, yeah, that's true. Weaver and Kelly are the wingbacks here. Fumble on the play, and now Wilmington having their share of issues, but I believe the Cats were back on top of it there. That is Preto who ended up recovering it. Boy, that could have been a minor disaster.
Man,
and
they want to turn the ball back over for halftime.
I'll bring up 3rd down and 7 for Wilmington. Ball at the 45-yard line of St. Joe.
You don't want to let St. Joe get up off the mat. They'll bring the ball back to you, buddy.
Well, yeah, there's plenty of time here. I mean, we have a whole second half of football, and St. Joe's down 3 scores. That's plenty doable.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I said. I was surprised the game started the way it did. 3rd down and 7 for Wilmington from the 45 of St. Joe. Again, double wing for the Cats. Handoff Weaver up the middle of the 40. Breaks it down to the 35 and is finally tripped up there after a gain of 10 yards on the play.
Well, he's an effective runner, isn't he?
Thomas Wimmer on the stop for St. Joe.
He can change direction on a dime. He can run with power and authority.
Wilmington with 2 timeouts remaining, 1:20 to go in the half, leading at 28-6, 1st and 10 from the 35. Treadman drops back to pass, fires it down the sideline. Some miscommunication there because Treadman threw it deep and Sam Jones had turned around already, and that thing just sailed way over everybody's head.
Yeah, Sam ran a button hook, and he did a down and out pattern, so the 2 guys were on different pass plays.
Yes. Sam looking like just running it out, and Treadman just ended up launching it. And hey, it's the first game of the year. You're going to have some miscommunication too. That's
I'm
just
glad
the way
to see
it
I'm
goes.
not afraid to go to the pass some too.
Well, and Jeff has the arm. There's no doubt about that. It's just the accuracy has been
He can get
off at times.
A little accuracy on that. He's going to cause teams trouble.
Well, 2nd and 10 for the Cats in the 35. Handoff Dustin Kelly. There is not much there. I mean, maybe 3 or 4 yards, and immediately on the play, it looks like Robert Van Dyne was calling for some help for somebody from Wilmington. I mean, immediately Van Dyne got up and
Number
signaled to
67.
the sideline. That is Alex Rink, the 6'3", 245-pound senior lineman. Boy, I hope that's nothing serious because that'd be a gigantic loss for Wilmington. So hopefully he's okay. He's laying on his back at the 37.
Trying to get up. He got an ankle or something that's giving him trouble. It's not a life-serious injury. It's just an ankle or a knee. I'm not sure.
Yeah, he got up and was trying to walk up the field and then went back down.
Yeah,
so
give down. We'll take a look at it first.
All right, 58 seconds to go in the half. 28-6 Wilmington. We'll take a break, come back with more in just a moment. Actually, we'll just keep it here. Looks like Alex is going to get up, try to walk it off. Looks like he's limping off the sideline. I'm sure they'll tell him to take it easy through the half here and see if they can look at him some more, but it doesn't look anything too serious.
Just tweak that ankle a little bit. You want to make sure it wasn't something serious on the ankle, and they examined it and said, nope, you're okay.
Well, looks like they're going through a few tests with him here on the sidelines, and the trainers seem to think, at least at this point, that he's okay. So, in fact, I think they've given him the okay to go back in if he chooses, but they might just let this sit. 42 seconds to go in the half. Handoff left side. Weaver breaks a tackle, stretches it down to the 32-yard line, or excuse me, the 22-yard line, a gain of 10 for Wilmington. It'll bring up 1st and 10 from the 22 of St. Joe. 37 seconds left. The clock is going to start here. And Cats with 2 timeouts remaining. Well, let's see what they do. And the pitch back to Kelly inside the 20, down to the 15, all the way down to the 11, and close to another first down. Matter of fact, if he's down at the 11, it is a first down. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line, and I believe Wilmington is going to use a timeout here. No, he got 12 yards, or 11 yards, excuse me. So timeout to the Cats. They have 1 remaining. 25 seconds to go in the half. Wilmington leads at 28-6 over St. Joe. They have the ball 1st and 10 on the 11-yard line of the Spartans. By the way, be sure to stick around for the Ricchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria halftime show. Big thank you to Ricchetti's over there in Coal City for sponsoring Wilmington Wildcats football once again. And make sure to stop by over there as Ricchetti's once again stepping up to sponsor the halftime show here. And a bunch of stuff going on during that, by the way. We'll get you caught up on all the first half stats from Wilmington and St. Joe. We'll also get you about 75 different scores from around the area. Is working on that as we speak. So we'll get you all the stats and all the scoring updates from the games going on around the state, particularly in the I-8 tonight. We'll do that at Ricchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria halftime show. Under center, Treadman will take the snap, pitch back on the left side. This is Weaver, cuts it inside the 10, down to the 5 before he's tripped up, and they will run the clock as Wilmington screaming for a timeout. They will finally get it with 15 seconds to go in the half. Weaver was trying to stretch it to the sideline, but couldn't quite get there. In fact, ended up picking up 8 yards. It'll be 2nd and 2 for Wilmington with 15 seconds now to go in the first half. So St. Joe managed to put some points on the board. They took a long drive of about 8 minutes behind Dwight Colvin running the football. And they ended up getting a touchdown, but they missed the extra point. Then Wilmington got the ball back with 3 minutes to go in the half off an onside kick from St. Joe that was covered up right around midfield. And then Wilmington has gone on a drive here, trying to tack on some points before the half to widen this lead a little bit over St. Joe. So 15 seconds to go. A 28-6 lead for Wilmington here in the first half. We'll see what they do. So double wing. Does Wilmington put the ball in the air or risk running it again? Double wing. They're going to run it again. Pitch back to Weaver. Runs over a defender. He gets near the goal line, pushing, and he's in. Wow. Owen Weaver on a 4-yard touchdown run. Boy, Owen broke 2 or 3 tackles there and just on pure will got the ball into the end zone, and it's 34-6 Wilmington.
Somebody met him head on, and he just didn't stop. He bounced right off him and kept on going and churning. Got his 4 yards.
So 10 seconds to go in the half. Alex Hatton on to attempt the extra point. Again, Alex, his second year kicking off the soccer team for Wilmington. Coach Rinks has had recent success going to the soccer team and getting some kickers for football. And Alex has done a nice job. And he now kicks his third, or excuse me, no, there's my math skills coming in, his 5th extra point of the night. And it's 35-6, the lead for Wilmington. Take a break, come back with more Cats football in just a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Teresa's Family Styling Salon in Wilmington is an all-ages salon that will style your hair for that special look. They offer cuts, perms, and coloring for any fashion. They also carry Paul Mitchell and Brocato products. Teresa's Family Styling Salon is located in the Southgate Plaza in Wilmington, and you can call for an appointment at 815-476-1955. That's 815-476-1955. Ricchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria in Coal City is all about relaxing with family and friends while sharing an authentic Italian festival of food. They are the home of the Chicago-style deep dish pizza, but they also have a full menu, including pastas, burgers, salads, and more. Check out all of their daily specials, too, online at ricchettis.net. Ricchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria is at 375 South Broadway in Coal City, and they are open till midnight or later every night. Stop in for an authentic Italian experience at Ricchetti's.
So Alex Hatton has it teed up at the 40 again, kicking off right to left here with 10 seconds to go in the half. Oh, by the way, I forgot to update my little scoreboard here. I'm going to have to do that. Bounces down around the 15 to the 20. Goes Jack Fritz, reverses field all the way to the far sideline and runs a country mile and gets out to the 27-yard line before McWilliams trips him up with 1.5 seconds to go in the first half. So 35-6 is the lead for Wilmington. One last play here in this first half. We'll see if Marty Wright just airs one out here or if they just go ahead and take a knee or hand it off or what. So the wishbone for St. Joe. And is it a fumble on the play? And it's loose, and Wilmington has it. Near side, off the 20, to the 10, to the 5. Did he get in? No. At the 2-yard line. And almost disaster for St. Joseph Ogden. A fumble that nobody even came close to picking up, and all of a sudden, I believe, was it Dustin Kelly who ended up with it, and he almost got in the end zone. My goodness.
Dustin Kelly came up with it and almost got in. He was trying.
Boy, this has just been, for St. Joseph Ogden, other than that one drive, this is a half they would like to forget about, I'm sure. 35-6 is the lead for Wilmington. We are at the half. Big thank you to Ricchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria for sponsoring the halftime show. Be sure to visit them over on Broadway in Coal City. Open till midnight or later every night. Bunch of great Italian food on that menu, so be sure to stop by Ricchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria. Take a break. We'll come back with your first half scoring totals and scores from around the area too, as the Cats lead at 35-6 at halftime. Back in just a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
ACN Representative Peter Treby is helping people just like you save money on their bills every month. ACN has deals in place for high-speed internet, wireless service, energy, television, home phone service, and home security. It's simple. All you have to do is click on the ACN link, fill out an analysis form, and Peter will tell you how you can start saving money today with ACN.
What's up, man? Good to see you're here. Do you want a beer?
No thanks, I don't drink.
Oh, come on, relax. Have some fun. Everyone else is drinking.
We have a lot to do tomorrow and I can't be all hungover from drinking. Yeah, I'm having enough trouble with school and sports and clubs and so much stuff. I don't have time to be worrying about if I got caught drunk.
Come on, man. This will help relax your mind and worries, and you'll have a good time.
Oh, man, cops. Run. We better book it out of here.
I'm so glad we weren't stupid and didn't drink. I know, right?
The Wilmington Coalition for a Healthy Community is committed and proud to bring programs and resources to help area residents. Our mission is to build a safe, productive, and substance-free community through these programs. The issues and problems that come with alcohol and drug abuse are very real, and the effects can be devastating. If you or anyone you know is in need of help, please call 815-476-1660. Help is only a phone call away.
This ad is brought to you by the Wilmington Coalition for a Healthy Community in partnership with Sebring Goodman Teen Institute, ONDCP, and Samson.
Breezer Construction Company is a proud supporter of Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network. For over 30 years, Breezer Construction Company has led the way in providing quality construction to the industrial, utility, and pipeline industries. For more information on Breezer Construction Company, go to breezerconstruction.com. That's breezerconstruction.com, or call 815-521-0900. Quigley Technology Services is your local source for computer help. They have built numerous websites, including ours, here at the Christian Internet Sports Network. Quigley Technology Services also specializes in virus removal, so your computer will get back to full speed now. And you can trust them for first-class computer repair, including free local pickup and delivery, plus on-site service, including after hours. Contact Quigley Technology Services at 815-293-7844 or stop by at quigtech.com. That's QUIG tech.com.
35-6 is the lead for Wilmington here at the half. Our halftime show brought to you by Ricchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria over there in Coal City, open till midnight or later every night of the week. Well, Wilmington dominated pretty much the entire first half, except for one particular drive by St. Joseph Ogden behind Dwight Colvin, who ended up getting a rushing touchdown. The Cats answered right back on a 3-minute drive of their own and made it 35-6 Wilmington at the half. So your first half totals, first of all, for St. Joseph Ogden, rushing the football, Marty Wright's one rushing attempt for negative 14 yards. Jack Fritz ran the ball 6 times for 19 yards. Griffin Meeker, 2 rushes for 2 yards. Jason Bowman, 3 carries for 5 yards. And Dwight Colvin, 5 rushes for 23 yards and a touchdown. Caden Jones, 1 rush for 4 yards. And Mason Kuhn, 1 rush for 1 yard. Marty Wright was 3 of 6 passing, including 1 interception. Jack Fritz had 1 reception for 15 yards. Jason Bowman had 1 reception for 12 yards. And Mason Kuhn had 1 reception for 6 yards. St. Joseph Ogden ended up with 4 turnovers in the first half. 3 of the turnovers within like the first 6 or 7 plays of the night. And then they had 1 turnover right there toward the end of the half, which almost resulted in another Wilmington touchdown. Actually, St. Joseph Ogden's probably very lucky. Wilmington overshot a receiver real early that should have been a real easy touchdown. And in that last play of the half, this score could easily right now be 49-6. It should be 42-6. So it could have gotten way out of control. But give credit to St. Joseph Ogden in the second quarter for sure, settling down, going on a long time-consuming drive. Right. The problem is they can't stop Wilmington.
Yeah, that's the problem. And their way to get back in the game is they have to control the ball, to keep it in reach. But the problem is they've not been able to stop Wilmington, and they've shown no ability to do it throughout the entire first half.
All right, for the Cats rushing the football, Dustin Kelly, 4 rushing attempts for 28 yards. Brent McWilliams, 1 carry for 11 yards. Nick Preto, 76 yards on 2 carries and a touchdown. Owen Weaver, 11 rushes for 101 yards and 4 touchdowns in the first half. William Van Dyne ran the ball twice for 11 yards. The Cats, 20 rushing attempts for 227 yards and 5 touchdowns in the first half. Jeff Chudman is 0 for 2 through the air for 227 total yards. By the way, I don't think I gave the total yards for St. Joseph Ogden. Rushing the football, St. Joe, 18 rushes for 40 yards. Passing, they were 3 of 6 for 33 yards. A total of 73 yards of offense for St. Joe in the first half. So Wilmington outgaining them 227-73 in our first half of play.
Boy.
And that was pretty much all Cats all the time, except for that one drive.
Yeah, you put that with the turnovers that St. Joe had, and then you figured out Wilmington is averaging 10 points or 10 yards a carry on the offense with every time they run the ball.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back with your second half in just a little bit. As a matter of fact, we didn't do scoring updates yet. We'll do that next. Take a little bit of a break here. When we come back, we'll get scores from around the area, and then we'll get you set for the second half of action about 6 minutes away from the start of half number 2. Actually, I think if you add 3 minutes of that for warm-up time, it's probably pretty close to 10 minutes. So we've got plenty of time to go through your scoring updates here in just a moment. This is the halftime show brought to you by Ricchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria, open till midnight or later every night over there in Coal City. Back with Wildcat football in just a moment.
Phelan Acres Bible Church is the perfect place if you are looking for a church to call home. They have services every week, including Sunday school at 9:45, morning worship at 11, and Wednesday night prayer meetings at 7. Phelan Acres Bible Church is located at 26009 Willow Lane in Wilmington, Illinois. And for more information, call 815-476-7818. That's 815-476-7818.
Heroin. I am Matt Baskerville. As a funeral director in Will County, I can tell you firsthand that I have seen results of heroin overdose.
Plainfield, Shorewood, 4 dead. Lockport, 5 dead. I am Reagan Freitag. As Wilmington's local prosecutor and Will County board member, I can tell you I have seen the trouble and hardships of addictions.
Frankfort, Mokina, New Lenox, 6 dead. Bolingbrook, Romeoville, 6 dead. In Wilmington and Braidwood, heroin equals death or arrest.
Wilmington, Braidwood, 8 dead. Thanks to efforts of our local police departments, that number has dropped from 8 deaths in 2015 to 2 deaths so far in 2016.
If your family, your friend, or you are suffering from heroin addiction, there is help. Please call 815-476-1660 for more information.
Help is only a phone call away.
This ad is brought to you by the Wilmington Coalition for a Healthy Community in partnership with ONDCP and SAMHSA.
If you're looking for more information on Wilmington Wildcats football, then check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. Each week, Coach Reentz goes over game film, takes questions from the audience, and presents the Offensive and Defensive Player of the Week awards. Plus, you'll get to hang out with other Wildcat fans and get the inside scoop on next week's game. So be sure to check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's.
35-6 is the lead for Wilmington here at the half. Halftime show brought to you by Ricchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria. Time for all of those scores from around the area. We'll start off with some stuff out of the Interstate 8. A little bit of crossover games here. Manteno, a 12-6 lead on Piatone in the first half of that game. So Piatone hanging tough despite being a little bit down in numbers. By the way, good game next week for Wilmington, too. Go on the road to take on Manteno. So that'll be an interesting week 2 matchup for the Cats. That's Clifton Central, right? And Reed Custer. I think it's Clifton Central. Clifton Central leads the Comets 21-6 in the first half. Lyle, a 14-0 lead on Sandwich in the first half. And Lyle is going to be battling for that small division crown. They are much, much improved off of a good season last year. Johnsburg leads Plano 24-14. Herscher up on Moment 20-0. Streeter, it's tough to think about that, but they are in EI8. Streeter a 3-0 lead on East Peoria tonight. Some other games, actually Seneca also trailing Dwight 14-0. So Dwight a 14-0 lead on Seneca. Westmont trailing Lakeview 22-14 in the first half. By the way, Morris opening up this season, not a whole lot of problems with week 1. They have a 48-0 lead on Austin in week number 1. I think we have another update on Piatone and Manteno. Piatone leads at 13-12 now over Manteno with 9:49 to go in the third quarter. So Piatone making some noise over there tonight. The Blue Devils trying to get some stuff going. Oh, wait, hold on, there's more scores. I didn't flip over the paper. None of these have anything to do with the Interstate 8, but here you go. Franklin leads Joliet Catholic 17-7. Wow. Plainfield East, a 7-0 lead over Joliet Central. Oswego East leads Joliet West 32-6. Plainfield South up on Romeoville 14-0. Lake Central leading Lincoln Way Central 21-14. Lincoln Way East absolutely destroying Adams tonight. That's 49-12. Lincoln Way West, a 14-0 lead on Proviso West. Oswego and Manuka are scoreless. That's an interesting first week matchup. Lockport, a 6-0 lead on Downers Grove North. Plainfield North leads Plainfield Central 20-7. And Glenbard West, a 10-0 lead on Bolingbrook in the first half. So that, if you didn't find the score you want out of there, good luck. I think that's just about everything going on within a 75-mile radius. All right, here tonight, the Cats lead at 35-6 on St. Joseph Ogden. And I do believe Wilmington will get the ball to start the second half as well. We'll take a break. We'll come back with the start of your second half. This has been the Halftime Show brought to you by Ricchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria, open till midnight or later every night over in Coal City. Back with more Cats football in just a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
If you need something done around your house, chances are Beth's Busy Bees can get it done. They specialize in residential and commercial cleaning, but they can also do lawn care, small home remodeling and repair jobs, and even things like caregiving. Beth's Busy Bees is a small family-owned business, and they will treat you right every time. Call 815-685-9111 for Best Busy Bees today. Warren's Collision Center is your hometown body shop. Your vehicle will get expert care with their drive-on frame rack and in their Bink spray booth. Warren's offers free estimates, pickup and delivery service, and they will get you set up with a loaner car while yours is in the shop. Warren's Collision Center is located at 242 North Front Street in Braidwood, or online anytime at warrenscollision.com. That's warrenscollision.com. Warren's Collision Center, where they care beyond the repair. Teresa's Family Styling Salon in Wilmington is an all-ages salon that will style your hair for that special look. They offer cuts, perms, and coloring for any fashion. They also carry Paul Mitchell and Brocato products. Teresa's Family Styling Salon is located in the Southgate Plaza in Wilmington, and you can call for an appointment at 815-476-1955. That's 815-476-1955. Riccetti's Cafe and Pizzeria in Coal City is all about relaxing with family and friends while sharing an authentic Italian festival of food. They are the home of the Chicago-style deep dish pizza, but they also have a full menu, including pastas, burgers, salads, and more. Check out all of their daily specials, too, online at riccettis.net. Riccetti's Cafe and Pizzeria is at 375 South Broadway in Coal City, and they are open till midnight or later every night. Stop in for an authentic Italian experience at Riccetti's.
All right, 35-6 is the lead for Wilmington as we head to the second half. Once again, thank you to Riccetti's Cafe and Pizzeria for sponsoring the halftime show tonight. Thank you to all of our sponsors. Most of our sponsors have been with us for years. Riccetti's has been around for quite a few years now. Breezer has been on board for 3 or 4 years. Teresa's has been here for just about the complete run since we started over a decade ago.
Yeah, Teresa's been around a long time.
Of course, Quigley Technology Services. Dave keeps everything working. Sometimes
and where's
a lot
Dave
of
at tonight?
I don't know. He might be at Disney World. He's in Florida with his wife somewhere, and I think is either at Disney or Universal or something. But he did send me a message that said it sounded clear from, and he was listening on his phone at least a little bit to make sure everything was working, and we were
good for Dave.
We were good to go. So I know we have one listener from out of state tonight. Anyway, we got somebody tuning in from Central Florida, and I know, guys, I know we have people all over the United States. We tend to keep track of that from time to time. Last number of years, it's been 30 states plus, so we appreciate that.
My favorite one's still the one in the tank.
Yeah, that's an unusual one. Here's a rolling onside kick, and it is loose, and St. Joe might actually have it, and they do, as Wilmington cannot cover up the onside kick, and the Spartans will take over 1st and 10.
They kicked it virtually the same place again. This time they were successful.
They kicked almost straight up the middle of the field, and Wilmington wasn't ready for it.
I tell you what, with St. Joe, you better be ready for anything because they're pulling everything out of the hat.
So 1st and 10 for St. Joe from the 45-yard line. Coaching staff for Wilmington not too pleased with something from the officials here. As we go to the wishbone for St. Joe. Handoff to Dwight Colvin. Tries to cut it back up the middle. Turns ahead. Picks up about 5 yards on 1st down. Will bring up 2nd down and 5 for St. Joe. Boy, that kid can run the football.
Yeah, they haven't been able to stop him at all.
Dwight, a 5'4", 165-pound sophomore.
He's short.
My goodness.
He's short, but he's well built.
Yeah, he is, and he's got a little bit of speed, too.
It's hard to get a hold of him.
It was like Nick Preto. He's built kind of like Nick. There's a handoff coming near side. That's not going to go anywhere. Good job by Owen Weaver to just fling Jack Fritz out of bounds. Might have even lost a half a yard or so. We'll call it officially no gain as again, St. Joseph Ogden trying to run around the outside, and that's not going to work. They don't have enough speed to do that tonight. So 3rd down and 5, and there goes Dwight Colvin out of the lineup. I'm not particularly sure why you just don't keep giving the ball to the kid.
I'll tell you what, I'd let that guy run it.
I'm telling you. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 back to the near. Out of the shotgun is Marty Wright. Takes the snap, drops back to pass, fires it over the middle. That is incomplete and way over the head of Mason Kuhn, although it would have been a 1st down. Bring up 4th and 5 for St. Joe.
He was wide open. He just had that ball rise on him, come out of his hand. He tried to put a lot of mustard on it. Didn't keep it under control.
Oh, you know what? I forgot to update my scoreboard here. That's what happens when you add a new wrinkle to the broadcast.
All right. Well, 10:36. It's going to be 4th down on the 40-yard line, and they're going to go for it.
All right, trips receivers to the far side, 1 to the near, 4th and 5 out of the shotgun. Snap back to right. Little swing pass out to Colvin, and nothing doing. Wilmington prepared for that. Good job on the pursuit by Caleb Gugis as he hustled over there in the hurry along with James Cox. And the turnover on downs go back to Wilmington, although I will give St. Joe some credit there, showing a little bit of ingenuity and trying to reverse field a little bit and get the ball out to Colvin. The problem there is he's a kind of a marked man at the moment, so anywhere he goes, he's going to be followed. That's why it's been most productive back in that wishbone.
Right out of the backfield, yeah.
So back to the double wing for the Cats. Handoff goes right side. And churning ahead for a gain of 5, close to 6 yards, is William Van Dyne. Bring up 2nd down and 4 for Wilmington. 10:13 to go in our 3rd quarter. The Cats lead at 35-6 over St. Joe.
Oh, wait a minute.
So now we have an official timeout. There is an equipment issue for St. Joseph Ogden. Somebody having some trouble with the snap on the helmet there, but I think we finally got that whole thing figured out. So 2nd down and 4 out of the double wing. Handoff goes right side out to midfield this time around is William Van Dyne. He'll pick up 4 yards, and it should be a Wilmington 1st down. It'll be 1st and 10 from right at the midfield stripe. How could that not be a 1st down? Isn't the ball right on the 50-yard line? And the marker is right on the 50-yard line, is it not? Okay. I thought I was losing my mind for a second, but.
By the way, who ran that last ball?
1st down, Wildcats.
So 1st and 10, and now we have, is there another, is it an equipment issue or somebody have some blood on them or what? So I think apparently they will send Colton Hale to the sideline because he has some blood on one of his gloves or a wristband or something here. So finally, here we go. The clock winds, coming up on 9 minutes to go in the 3rd. 35-6 Wilmington, 1st and 10 from midfield. Back to the double wing again. Again, off the right side is William Van Dyne. He churns ahead for 5 more yards. I mean, it's not flashy with this second stable of running backs, but it's productive.
Yep, that's what the coach wants. He's getting a little work out of them.
And I mean, how much of a boost is that to you that you can use an entire drive with 2 different wingbacks and then come back with your starters fully rested again.
Wow.
I mean, that's just demoralizing to a defense. Not only can't you stop the first string, but the second string is difficult too. Although Weaver is in there with Van Dyne, so they've only replaced one of the backs. Weaver, or is that McWilliams? No, it is.
Oh.
Down inside the 35 to the 32-yard line. It is Weaver. I thought for a second it was McWilliams, but it is Weaver.
Boy, he come bursting through there.
A gain of 13 yards for Owen and a first down for Wilmington. Down to the 32-yard line of St. Joe. Well, and it's like we were saying at halftime, for the Spartans, you know, you almost have to get those onside kicks and score every time because I just don't think they could stop Wilmington on a regular basis.
No, they so far have not been able to.
Back to the double wing again. Treadman under center, handoff to the fullback. This is Preto shoving ahead down to the 25-yard line.
You said offensive line, he just went behind it, and they just moved the defensive line back 5 yards or so.
So a gain of 7 yards, bring up 2nd and 3 for Wilmington. Ball at the 25-yard line of St. Joe.
Preto has never carried tonight for less than 4 yards. He had one slightly large one, 72 yards.
By the way, Alex Rink, who came out of the game earlier, he's been playing in the second half and seems to be okay. Treadman drops back to pass, fires near side, incomplete.
Oh, man.
Just off the fingertips of his intended receiver. That's Van Dyne.
Pass.
Just a touch too far, and Van Dyne almost made a really nice grab.
Went right off of the fingertips of both hands. I thought, man, that was a beautifully thrown pass.
Bring up 3rd down and 3 for Wilmington. And for the Cats, that's something as the year goes on here that they're going to have to try to reel in a little bit. And you'll get some of that opportunity in that I-8 conference schedule to work on a few things.
Yeah,
and that's something they're going to want to shore up a little bit.
A stride off right now. Just a stride off is all it is.
So back to the double wing. 3rd down and 3 for the Cats. Under 7 minutes to go in the third. Pitch comes near side. Weaver inside the 35 to the 30 to the 25. Breaks a tackle to the 10. Down to the 5. Almost got in. Did he? No. He is out of bounds at the 1 yard line. A gain of 24 on the run from Owen Weaver. I thought he might have gotten in, but they say no. So it'll be 1st and goal from the 1 yard line. That's a nice run from Owen.
Well, that was. Good hustle by that defensive back. Cut him off inside the 1 yard line there.
So the clock continues to roll. Wilmington trying to tack some more on here. They lead at 35-6. Again, back to the double wing with Preto in there at fullback. And again, at the 1 yard line, Wilmington's going to get called for
another one.
An illegal shift. Boy, I know.
Boy, they got to get that out of their system.
No, false start this time around instead of the illegal shift, but either way, it's not exactly what you're looking for from the 1 yard line, and it's now twice the Cats have had the ball 1st and goal from the 1 and have gotten a penalty. So, I mean, there's been plenty of good here tonight, no doubt. Wilmington has come out ready to play, but there's plenty of week 1 stuff, too.
I think
we've seen it.
The thing that's amazing to me is where they came out tonight. They started this year off the best I've seen them start.
So 1st down and goal from the 6. Handoff goes to Dustin Kelly. Bounces around, tries to get in, and does off the right side. Dustin Kelly with a 6-yard touchdown run for Wilmington. Will make it 41-6 with 6:21 to go in the 3rd quarter. Nice patient run from Dustin.
Yeah, that was nice. He picked his way through, followed his blocks, got in there and changed direction a time or two and took it all the way in.
So Alex Hatton on to attempt the extra point.
Oh, our cannon has moved out, so we don't have that shooting off anymore.
Good snap. The hold is good, and the kick is good as well. So 42-6 is the lead for Wilmington. 6:21 to go in the third. Take a break. Come back with more Cats football in just a moment.
Breezer Construction Company is a proud supporter of Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network. For over 30 years, Breezer Construction Company has led the way in providing quality construction to the industrial, utility, and pipeline industries. For more information on Breezer Construction Company, go to breezerconstruction.com. That's breezerconstruction.com or call 815-521-0900. Quigley Technology Services is your local source for computer help. They have built numerous websites, including ours here at the Christian Internet Sports Network. Quigley Technology Services also specializes in virus removal, so your computer will get back to full speed now. And you can trust them for first-class computer repair, including free local pickup and delivery, plus on-site service, including after hours. Contact Quigley Technology Services at 815-293-7844 or stop by at quigtech.com. That's QUIG tech.com.
42-6 is the lead here for Wilmington. Here's a squib kick down inside the 35. Now to the 40, and that's where St. Joseph Ogden will start. By the way, we're talking about sponsors a while back. Another one that's been with us for a while and we appreciated a great deal is Warren's Collision Center over there in Braidwood, where they care beyond the repair. Warren's has been generous enough to step up and sponsor the post-game show again this year. So,
yeah, and boy, if you need your car worked on, you need some body work done,
I think we've
you
kept
can't
that
get
guy
any
in business
better.
about that.
I mean, we've had several occasions this year ourselves.
We'll say Ward's a good guy, and he's helped me out many a time, and I appreciate it. So
you won't find a better place to go.
Nope. All right, so 1st and 10 for St. Joe Ogden from the 40, and again they put the ball on the ground, but I think Spartans got right back on top of it, so it'll bring up 2nd and 10. Oh, see, you let me forget this again.
Oh yeah, you got to put it 42 now.
And they've been scoring so fast, I haven't kept up with it so much.
5:44 in the third quarter and counting.
42-6 is the lead for Wilmington. Boy, nice job by
Wow.
Sam Jones in the middle of that defense for the Cats. Also, is that Cox again for Wilmington? Boy, just really nice job by this Cats defense tonight.
That was Dwight carrying again. And got nowhere.
So now it's 3rd down and 10, and Wilmington's changed it up a little bit, focusing on Dwight a little bit more. As now 3rd down and 10 for St. Joe from their own 40-yard line. Out of the shotgun, 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. And Wright is hit as he throws, and I mean he gets planted by Sam Jones, and his pass falls incomplete. Marty Wright just got unloaded on by Sam. Jones, a 6'1", 205-pound junior.
Well, you know, Coach's philosophy on that is we'll get to him before he has a chance to get the ball to the receiver, and that's what they were doing again.
So again, St. Joseph Ogden to punt the ball away. Good snap. Kick here is a line drive and more or less bounces sideways. And that ball down at the 34-yard line. Again, the Spartans trying to convince the referees that the ball touched a Wilmington player. But the thing is, Anders Almberg's got to get out of the way. If the ball's anywhere near you, you got to take off running and get out of that neighborhood, and that's what Coach Reitz is telling him right now.
Yeah,
Met him as he came off the field and said, I appreciate you blocking and all, but
get away from that.
You got to get away from the football. Yeah. So 1st and 10 for Wilmington from their own 30-yard line. They lead it 42-6. Here with 4:42 to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, they need a nice sustained drive to use the rest of that third quarter up.
Boy, Wilmington had a huge crowd out here tonight, and people were jacked and ready for a battle. And then Wilmington came out and just blew the doors off of St. Joseph Ogden and did so in a hurry. McWilliams off the left side picks up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5 for the Cats.
You realize he's only carried the ball twice tonight. McWilliams was a workhorse last year. And they've got that many people to go to.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Dustin Kelly kind of stepped up in that other wingback spot, and you got Weaver, and they used McWilliams on that second team of backs, and Van Dyne. Boy, that's 4 very solid running backs. Pitch McWilliams near side across the 35 out to the 37, maybe the 38-yard line. Brings up 3rd down and 2 now. Sure to join us next week. We'll hit the road. We'll be over in Manteno for Wilmington and Manteno week 2. A crossover matchup in the I-8. And then we get into the actual I-8 schedule after that. And there's going to be some interesting games in there, too. That Lyle game this year is going to be huge, and that's at Lyle.
Oh,
that
no.
could be a whole lot of trouble. Handoff goes right side. This is Van Dyne. He got popped as he tried to jump over the top of somebody. But he does manage to get the 1st down. 1st and 10 for Wilmington at the 40-yard line.
Now, when you jump up in the air like that, you got your feet off the ground, you're a target then. And he got hit pretty good at the end, but he got his 2 yards. Clock still keeps cranking. 3:04, 3:03, 3:02.
Well, Wilmington's kind of gone in to use the clock mode.
Yeah, they're not in any hurry.
Chew up yardage, chew up clock. Treadman back under center again, double wing. Handoff goes to Preto, the fullback, as he shoves his way out across the 45-yard line for a gain of 5.
He's taking it right where he left off last year.
Stop on the play by Thomas Wimmer. So 2:20 to go in the third, 42-6 is the lead. Again, back to double wing for Wilmington. 2nd down and 5 from their own 45. Pitch goes to Van Dyne, trying to get around the corner, cuts it back up the field and dropped after a gain of 2 yards. Bring up 3rd down and 3 for Wilmington. Good pursuit from the Spartan defense.
That's just what I was going to say. Excellent pursuit. 3 guys out there turned the corner, held him in, so when he tried to turn upfield, there was nowhere to go. Well, it's 3rd down and about 3 yards to go, and they want to get this 3 yards so they can continue to maintain control of the ball. 1 minute and 33 seconds. The clock's just ticking right on down.
Try to see if we can get some more scoring updates for you here at the end of the 3rd quarter to pass along. I know Bishop McNamara, I think, is losing 21-0 to Immaculate Conception.
Must have called a penalty.
I'm not really sure what they call. I guess there is a penalty flag down. I didn't see it, but we have a false start on Wilmington.
3rd time tonight they've got a penalty. Better in some games, though, hasn't it? Sometimes we've gotten a whole mess of penalties.
It goes from 3rd and 3 to now 3rd and 8. Clock winds as we approach 1 minute to go in this third quarter. Good first game for Wilmington. They came out ready to go. So back to the double wing here. Handoff Van Dyne. Churns ahead out to the 45-yard line. Gain of about 4, and Wilmington will be forced to punt the ball away here. As the clock rolls down under 40 seconds. Yeah, that's where those penalties really hurt you.
Yeah. Be thankful you're not in a close game right now.
And the punt away. Bounces inside the 30. And now we'll be down at about the 22-yard line with 1/10 of a second to go in the quarter. I mean, so St. Joseph Ogden will have the ball 1st and 10 from their own 32 with 1/10 of a second to go in this third quarter.
I don't think I've ever seen it happen before.
So one receiver to either side. Out of the shotgun again is Marty Wright. And so he'll take the snap. The quarter will come to an end. The pass is caught out at the 28-yard line. A gain of about 5 yards on the reception by Mason Kuhn. And that brings us to the end of the third. 42-6 is the lead for Wilmington as we head to quarter number 4. You're listening to Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Phelan Acres Bible Church is the perfect place if you are looking for a church to call home. They have services every week, including Sunday school at 9:45, morning worship at 11, and Wednesday night prayer meetings at 7. Phelan Acres Bible Church is located at 26009 Willow Lane in Wilmington, Illinois. And for more information, call 815-476-7818. That's 815-476-7818. If you're looking for more information on Wilmington Wildcats football, then check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. Each week, Coach Reentz goes over game film, takes questions from the audience, and presents the Offensive and Defensive Player of the Week awards. Plus, you'll get to hang out with other Wildcat fans and get the inside scoop on next week's game. So be sure to check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. If you need something done around your house, chances are Beth's Busy Bees can get it done. They specialize in residential and commercial cleaning, but they can also do lawn care, small home remodeling and repair jobs, and even things like caregiving. Beth's Busy Bees is a small family-owned business, and they will treat you right every time. Call 815-685-9111 for Beth's Busy Bees today.
First play of the fourth quarter, a run off the left side as it's spun ahead out near the 30-yard line. Off the carry by Jason Bowman. Bring up 3rd down and 2 for the Spartans here. A 42-6 lead for Wilmington. Got some new scores to pass along to you here in just a moment. Out of the shotgun again is Marty Wright, fires right side. That is caught out across the 35-yard line to the 38. A gain of 8 yards on that pass play. I believe that was Mason Kuhn again on the reception for St. Joseph Ogden. scores from around the area. Mantino up on Piatone now, 19-13. So Mantino's come back and has a 6-point lead there. Back to the wishbone for the Spartans. Right, hands it off. Off the left side now comes Dwight Colvin on the carry. He'll pick up 10 yards and a St. Joe first down. Wilmington, by the way, has their entire second team defense in, so that's why St. Joe is starting to chew up some yardage here. Some of those scores, Coal City, a 37-6 lead on Reed Custer. So again, the Kohlers up on Reed Custer 37-6. Lyle leads Sandwich now 14-6. Johnsburg 30-14 up on Plano. Herscher a 32-0 lead on Moments. Back to the wishbone formation for St. Joe. Handoff goes up the middle. That's Jack Fritz on the carry. He'll pick up close to 8 yards. Bring up second down and 2 for the Spartans as there's an injury on the field for St. Joe.
A little difference running against the second team defense than the first team, isn't it?
By the way, Immaculate Conception, a 21-0 lead on Bishop McNamara. Lakeview leads Westmont 22-14. Last time we heard Dwight, a 14-0 lead on Seneca. By the way, Morris ended up winning 62-0 tonight over Austin.
Oh, my land. Is Austin in Chicago? Where's that at?
I have no idea.
I don't know either.
You got me. Has one school I know nothing about.
Yeah. Maybe our scorekeeper here could find out where Austin is. Location of Austin High School.
All right, let's see. What else do we have going on here? Plainfield East, a 6-0 winner over Joliet Central tonight. Boy, that's a tight game. Oswego East, a 46-14 lead over Joliet West. Plainfield North, a 27-7 lead over Plainfield Central. I guess Austin is in the public league, Chicago Public League, I guess. Austin Community Academy High School in Chicago. Okay, yeah, it must be a public school team, public league team, I mean. $42-6 is the lead for Wilmington as the injured player for St. Joseph Ogden was Evan Hawkins. He got some help getting off the field on the far sideline. Looks like he's now sitting on the bench on the far side. So back under center comes Marty Wright. Pitches the ball far side, trying to get the corners to Dwight Colvin, and he gets spun to the ground after the gain of a couple. And that will bring up third down and short for St. Joseph Ogden. Clock runs down to 9:50 to go in the game. Sure to join us next week. Wilmington will hit the road to take on Mantino. Next Friday night, Mantino a 19-13 lead over Piatone tonight. Also be sure to stick around for the Warrens Collision Center post-game show. We'll get you all your final totals, and we'll talk to Coach Reintz as well. I formation for St. Joe. Handoff goes right side. Colvin breaks into the clear down the sideline, down around the 10-yard line or so. Gain of about 30 yards on that run from Dwight Colvin. And again, Wilmington has had their second team defense in for quite a while now. So.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is not the starters playing now. This is just backup.
Yeah, St. Joe's getting some free yardage here.
I'm wondering when they're going to maybe put in some of their guys that ain't going to play in.
I think that if they score here, you'll see them. Usually you get a score after this, and then you put your guys in too, typically. Handoff, Colvin tries to bang free. Actually, good pursuit from the Wilmington defense.
That second unit did a nice job of pursuing him. Got an initial hit, and then two more guys later drove him to the turf.
As John Cox ended up on the stop, as Wilmington still has some people shuttling in and out a little bit, but for the most part, it is pretty much entirely the second team out there other than maybe one or two guys here and there. Up under center is Marty Wright. Will take the snap. Out of I formation, rolls left side, fires. That pass is caught from the 10 down to the 5. And it's going to end up being a touchdown for St. Joseph Ogden is Griffin Meeker on the touchdown reception. 15-yard scoring strike, making it 42-12. The lead for Wilmington with 8:38 to go in the game. So on to attempt the extra point is Jack Cook. Snap, the hold, and the kick by Cook is going to be no good. So it's going to stay 42-12, the lead for Wilmington. 8:38 to go in the game. We'll take a break. Back with more Cats football in just a moment here on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Warren's Collision Center is your hometown body shop. Your vehicle will get expert care with their drive-on frame rack and in their Bink spray booth. Warren's offers free estimates, pickup and delivery service, and they will get you set up with a loaner car while yours is in the shop. Warren's Collision Center is located at 242 North Front Street in Braidwood, or online anytime at warrenscollision.com. That's warrenscollision.com. Warren's Collision Center, where they care beyond the repair. Teresa's Family Styling Salon in Wilmington is an all-ages salon that will style your hair for that special look. They offer cuts, perms, and coloring for any fashion. They also carry Paul Mitchell and Brocato products. Teresa's Family Styling Salon is located in the Southgate Plaza in Wilmington, and you can call for an appointment at 815-476-1955. That's 815-476-1955.
42-12 is the lead for Wilmington with 8:38 to go in the fourth quarter. This game has been over for a while, actually. St. Joseph Ogden got a score on that drive against the second team defense from Wilmington, but for a while now, this thing has basically been in the books.
Yeah, Coach Rentz has called the Dogs off. He's put the second string runners in before this. Now the mostly second string defense that last time around, and let them get a little playing experience.
And this kick will bounce around, picked up at the 28. 35-40 and a huge hole. Up the middle of the field goes Tyler Holcomb. Tyler Holcomb to the 10-5 touchdown Wilmington.
Wow.
Tyler Holcomb on what I believe is a 72-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. Boy, a lot of speed on that return from Tyler. And it's 48-12 Wilmington. Boy, he just took off right up the middle of the field. So Tyler Holcomb tacks on 6 more points on the kickoff return.
Is that 72-yarder?
I believe it was 72, or pretty close to that anyway. Snap and hold are good. The kick is no good by Alex Hatton. So 48-12 is the lead for Wilmington. 8:27 to go in the game. Take a break. Come back with more Cats football in just a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Ricchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria in Coal City is all about relaxing with family and friends while sharing an authentic Italian festival of food. They are the home of the Chicago-style deep dish pizza, but they also have a full menu, including pastas, burgers, salads, and more. Check out all of their daily specials, too, online at ricchettis.net. Ricchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria is at 375 South Broadway in Coal City, and they are open till midnight or later every night. Stop in for an authentic Italian experience at Ricchetti's. ACN Representative Peter Treby is helping people just like you save money on their bills every month. ACN has deals in place for high-speed internet, wireless service, energy, television, home phone service, and home security. It's simple. All you have to do is click on the ACN link, fill out an analysis form, and Peter will tell you how you can start saving money today with ACN.
48-12 is the lead now for Wilmington. Did it start raining?
Yes. I think you might have.
So a little squib kick taken down at the 35-yard line. And this reversed back out to the 40. And now that finally stacked up off the return by Keenan Swanson. 8:18 to go in the game. 48-12 is the lead for the Cats. Well, we'll see what St. Joseph Ogden elects to do here as far as who they're going to keep in the game. So they bring on, it looks like, Bryce Hawk, the 6'1", 165-pound junior, to take over the quarterbacking duties. Typically, that's how things work. You get a score against the second team, and then you go ahead and put in yours. So good job by Coach Sean Skinner of going ahead and recognizing that fact and getting himself some work on first-team offense, but then going ahead and letting some of your other guys get some experience.
Sooner or later, you're going to have to play those guys. You want to get them a little experience.
Adam Freericks on the carry for St. Joe. One of those sophomores that the Spartans have brought up.
Oh.
So Freericks loses 1 yard on that carry. Down under 8 minutes now to go in the game.
Pray tell, who was that?
Freericks. 2 receivers to the far side. Pitch goes to the outside again. This slam back up the middle across the 40 to the 41-yard line. Now Wilmington putting in a whole new round of subs. And that's Adam Freericks on the carry again. So the sophomore getting a couple of carries.
He lost the first yard, got 2 the second, so now he's 1 to the good.
So it'll bring up third down and 9 upcoming here. Handoff goes to Freericks, trying to get far side. Made a nice move to bounce it to the outside. Gets across the 45, out near the 48. And there's a flag about 10 seconds after the play is over. It better be something egregious at this point if you're going to stop the clock. And we'll see what the call is here. It's certainly taking a while.
Now they're getting you.
Oh, my goodness. That's a personal foul on St. Joe, so that will back them up 15 yards. But like I said, it better be something pretty serious at this point if we're going to be throwing a flag. There's been a couple of flashes of lightning out here. There's rain coming down. I think everybody's just trying to get out of here at this point.
Yeah, that's what it's all about right now.
I think maybe they finally realized that the lightning's been going on for about the last 3 or 4 minutes.
It'd be a good time to call the game, I think. You know, when somebody getting struck by
I don't know. Apparently we're going to play on. All right, so punt upcoming. 6:41 to go in the game. 48-12 is the lead as there's a really nice kick, by the way.
Wow.
That bounces inside the 35 and rolls dead at the 33-yard line of Wilmington. That's where the Cats will take over 1st and 10. 6:31 to go in the game. 48-12 is the lead for Wilmington. Sure to stick around for our post-game show, brought to you by Warren's Collision Center, where they care beyond the repair. Big thank you to Warren for sponsoring the post-game show again this year. Also, be sure to keep in mind, next week, Cats will be on the road at Mantino. We'll be there as well, right around 7 o'clock for Wilmington and Mantino in week 2. Well, the Cats now will have John Golson under center. Golson, the 5'8", 145-pound junior. I think at some point here, the clock needs to roll. This game has just been dragging for a while now. Back to the double wing, and that was blown up.
Somebody went the wrong direction. He went to hand it off, and nobody was there.
Golson turned one way. Everybody else went the other, and that was it. So that'll bring up second down.
He did get a half a yard. I'll be kind to give him a yard so he'll get in the books with positive. Maybe even 3/4 of a yard. Better hurry up.
Now down to 10 seconds in the play clock. Wilmington's still in the huddle. I don't think they're going to get this play off unless they really hurry. Down to 2 seconds.
Timeout.
1. And they do manage to get it off right at the buzzer of the play clock.
Boy, I tell you, that was right on it, too.
Off the right-hand side it goes on the carry by Matteo Lombardi. As Lombardi picks up a good chunk of yards, right at 7, close to 8 yards in the carry.
I didn't think they were going to get the play off, and he gained 8 yards on it. Well, he's supposed to be using the clock. I guess he is, isn't he?
Yep, clock rolling up on 5 minutes to go in the game now. And Wilmington leading at 48-12.
Boy,
again,
having a hard time getting their signals out there.
He's just taking Golson's just taking time now. I mean, just getting him up to the line and then snapping. He's just using every second he can in the huddle. Handoff comes near side. I believe that's Lombardi again, and he'll pick up 6 more yards for the Cats.
Lombardi on the carry. Picks up a Wildcat first down.
Oh, Lombardi got 14 yards tonight now. Oh, no. Got to call it right there.
It'll
Good
be called at 48-12. I think everybody's going to be fine with that. There's lightning in the area. This game has been dragging. There's no sense getting anybody injured or risking anything here.
Yeah, that's a good move.
So they just went ahead and called the game, and I think every single person in attendance is happy that just happened.
Yes, everybody. Both teams, the whole works.
48-12 is the final as Wilmington defeats St. Joseph Ogden tonight. On an abbreviated fourth quarter, but still the Cats managed to win 48-12 over the Spartans. Welcome into the postgame show, brought to you by Warren's Collision Center, where they care beyond the repair. Big thank you to Warren. We'll have full stats, and we'll have an interview with Coach Rinks as well here in just a few minutes. Take a break. Back with more in a moment. This is the postgame show brought to you by Warren's Collision Center.
ACN representative Peter Treby is helping people just like you save money on their bills every month. ACN has deals in place for high-speed internet, wireless service, energy, television, home phone service, and home security. It's simple. All you have to do is click on the ACN link, fill out an analysis form, and Peter will tell you how you can start saving money today with ACN. Breezer Construction Company is a proud supporter of Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network. For over 30 years, Breezer Construction Company has led the way in providing quality construction to the industrial, utility, and pipeline industries. For more information on Breezer Construction Company, go to breezerconstruction.com. That's breezerconstruction.com, or call 815-521-0900.
Heroin. I am Matt Baskerville. As a funeral director in Will County, I can tell you firsthand that I have seen results of heroin overdose.
Plainfield Shorewood, 4 dead. Lockport, 5 dead. I am Reagan Freitag. As Wilmington's local prosecutor and Will County board member, I can tell you I have seen the trouble and hardships of addictions.
Frankfort, Mokina, New Lenox, 6 dead. Bolingbrook, Romeoville, 6 dead. In Wilmington and Braidwood, heroin equals death or arrest.
Wilmington, Braidwood, 8 dead. Thanks to efforts of our local police departments, that number has dropped from 8 deaths in 2015 to 2 deaths so far in 2016.
If your family, your friend, or you are suffering from heroin addiction, there is help. Please call 815-476-1660 for more information.
Help is only a phone call away.
This ad is brought to you by the Wilmington Coalition for a Healthy Community in partnership with ONDCP and SAMHSA.
Quigley Technology Services is your local source for computer help. They have built numerous websites, including ours, here at the Christian Internet Sports Network. Quigley Technology Services also specializes in virus removal, so your computer will get back to full speed now. And you can trust them for first-class computer repair, including free local pickup and delivery, plus on-site service, including after hours. Contact Quigley Technology Services at 815-293-7844 or stop by at quigtech.com. That's QUIG tech.com.
48-12 is the final tonight as Wilmington defeats St. Joseph Ogden. Welcome into the postgame show brought to you by Warren's Collision Center, where they care beyond the repair. Over there in Braidwood, right across the street from McDonald's. Big thank you to Warren's for sponsoring the postgame show once again this year. Cats win it 48-12 over St. Joseph Ogden. We're working on the final scoring totals for you here in just a moment. Also, to go along with that, Coach Raints will head up here and talk to us after his pregame comments with other people out on the field. So we'll talk to Coach Raints here in just a moment. Some scoring updates around the area while we wait on those final stats. Manteno leads Piatone 19-13 now. Lakeview up on Westmont 22-14. Dwight leads Seneca 14-0. Cole City 38-13 over Reed Custer. Lyle a 14-6 lead on Sandwich. Final now, Herscher 47-0 over Moments. Also a final now is Manteno, a 19-13 winner over Piatone. So the Manteno does come back and get a win. Streeter, a 17-6 lead over East Peoria. Last time we heard, Johnsburg was defeating Plano 32-20. And Morris, a 62-0 winner over Austin tonight. And that's most of the area scores anyway. So the Cats get it 48-12 tonight, and they will travel to take on Manteno next week. Manteno coming off a 19-13 win against Piatone tonight. So both of those teams will be 1-0 and looking to get their season still going in the right direction next week and try to move to 2-0 against Manteno, and Manteno trying to hold serve on their home field next week. So that should be a really interesting game. Matter of fact, there's a few good ones hidden away on that schedule this year. That Lyle matchup later on in the year could be a very nice game as we go down the stretch. So a couple of finals. So in the Manteno game is a final. The Herscher game, I believe, is a final tonight. We have a few still going on out there, but for the most part, games are starting to wind down a little bit here tonight. First game of the year, and for Wilmington, couldn't have had a much better start than what they had tonight. Usually we get game one, it's a little slow, kind of sputters a little bit, and by the second half, things start rolling, and it looks more like a game. But tonight, the Cats came out and just blew the doors off right off the bat.
Possessions by the opposition, 3 turnovers in a row, 2 scores. First thing they know, they're sitting in the catbird seat and kept rolling on.
Yeah, and like we said, it could have been much worse. If Treadman would have hit that open pass the first possession of the game, that probably should have been a touchdown. And then Wilmington came 1 yard away from getting a touchdown on the last play of the half, and you put those two on the board, and it would have really been out of control.
Oh, my.
So Wilmington did a nice job tonight. They came out ready to play, and St. Joseph Ogden just could not get it started right off the bat, and they never could stop Wilmington. So
no, they never, the whole night long, they couldn't stop them. It wasn't until they took the dogs off and took the starting lineup out of there, and then the second string backs were running the ball very effectively that last possession. They finally called the game.
So we'll talk to Coach Rinks here in just a moment. First of all, let's get to your final scoring totals. First of all, for St. Joseph Ogden, rushing the football, Marty Wright, 1 rush for negative 14 yards. Jack Fritz, 8 rushing attempts for 27 yards. Adam Freericks, 3 rushes for 1 yard. Griffin Meeker, 2 carries for 2 yards. Jason Bowman ran the ball 4 times for 8 yards. Dwight Colvin, 11 rushes for 71 yards and a touchdown. Caden Jacobs had 1 rush for 4 yards. And Mason Kuhn, 1 rush for 1 yard. Wilmington, St. Joseph Ogden, 31 rushing attempts for 100 yards and a touchdown. Through the air, Marty Wright was 8 of 12 for 61 yards. He had a touchdown and an interception. The touchdown pass was a 15-yard pass to Griffin Maker. Jack Fritz with 1 15-yard reception as well, and Mason Kuhn with 3 receptions for 19 yards. The key, though, for St. Joseph Ogden is all the turnovers. 5-6 turnovers for the Spartans, and that's pretty much just buried them. And the first 3 were a killer for St. Joseph Ogden. Joined here on the postgame show by the head coach of the Wildcats, Mr. Jeff Rains. And Coach, usually the first game of the year, it's a little slow. We got to wait till halftime and see things build. But, man, the kids were ready to play right off the bat tonight.
I just heard you saying we were beneficiary of some turnovers, no doubt about it. But, going back to game 1, how are we going to be? How's this going to all work out? And the kids responded, did a nice job. Defensively is where I was happy with this. I know they drove the ball a little bit on us, which I'm not huge on with the wishbone, but we were expecting a lot of pass, a nice quarterback, and we were able to contain that with our DBs. And all 4 of those guys, Kelly's had some experience, but Treadman and Holcomb and Mendoza, that's all new guys back there. So good to see that they came back. And then, we feel we can run the ball, and this is no different than any year. And we feel this year, with all those guys back up front, then you sprinkle in Weaver. Boy, really good to see Nick Preto have a good night. Yep. And because now it's going to be, everybody's going to key on Owen. So what can we do? So, but anyway, great job by Owen, though, too.
And I'll tell you the other nice thing that's really an extra key this year is having those 2 guys in McWilliams and Van Dyne come in at the wingbacks and get a series here and there and get your starters back out there with some rest. That really makes a difference.
Well, and we can take this film tonight and learn so much. And I was just talking to some people down the field that we can practice it all you want. Boy, they look good at practice. Until the lights come on and now you're out there on your own, how are you going to respond? And it looked like we responded all right tonight.
And the one thing that I always like to see, at least from up here, is playing all the way through everything. Felt like the kids did a nice job of that tonight.
There's a
couple of times on some of those fumbles where I had given up on it, and then all of a sudden we've got the ball and we're taking off, and I'm thinking, wow, that's sticking with the play all the way to the end.
Yeah, it really is, and credit to our kids. When it seems like we're practicing forever. 3 weeks seems a long time, and finally get to a game and to see their hard work and those plays to come through is something I'm real happy about with the kids. I thought their effort was just like you said. You don't know what you're going to get. And we had guys gassing, and it's a great statement that we can put those guys in, hey, let's just keep going, keep it going. And so we go from there.
Well, Coach, you got an interesting week, too. Boy, you've started off bang, bang, bang right here this year. And go to Mantino next week. They got a 19-13 win against Piatone tonight.
Okay.
Had to come from behind a little bit a couple of times tonight. So that'll be a real nice test next week.
Yes, it really will be. And if it's anything like the last couple we've had with Mantino, look out. It's going to be a heck of a game. And when we – when we finally got the schedule solidified, we said, well, game 1 and game 2, and then let's see where we're at. Well, game 1's done. Bigger challenge next week. We want to compliment, though, the St. Joe kids. They played hard all night long, did a nice job. And I know their coach is just starting off, but they got good things happening there. Nice to see our freshmen play too on a Friday night. And boy, to see them play for the first time, it takes you back some memories, I tell you. But hey, glad we got it in. I was disappointed that we couldn't get all the kids in due to the lightning.
Yeah.
And I'm a little disappointed about that. But hey, overall, what a great first game for us.
Yeah, good first game, great weather, big crowd.
Yeah.
Hey,
High school
your name's
football.
up on the
That's enough.
All right, congratulations,
Thanks,
Coach
guys.
Raines. All right, so Coach Jeff Reese joined us here on the post-game show as the Cats win it tonight, 48-12. Good start to this particular campaign as they move to 1-0. Mantino now also 1-0, a 19-13 winner over Piatone tonight. So that sets up Wilmington and Mantino next week in what should be a really good game right down the street over here. So,
yeah, and you have to go into their building, so it's going to make it a little more tough. It's going to be another good game to look forward to. I think the Wildcats will be ready. I'm surprised tonight. They just shocked me. They started out right off the very first touch of the ball. They were headed 100 miles an hour down the road.
Yep. The Cats came out 100%, and they get a win tonight. Well, knock on wood, everything went halfway decently tonight, both from the broadcast-wise and on the football field. So we'll be back with week number 2 next week. Be sure to join us 7 o'clock from over in Mantino. Big thank you to all of our sponsors tonight, including Warren's Collision Center for sponsoring the post-game show for us. So big thank you to all of them and for you for joining in tonight as well as the Cats win it 48-12. See you next week from Mantino. You've been listening to Wilmington Wildcats football right here on the Christian Internet Sports Network.